Hey, what the hell? Why you hanging on the roof all by yourself? I have an open invitation, but you're telling me go get lost. I don't wanna see your face. Yeah, what the hell? So why don't we stay out till the morning light? Cause two words can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So Shadowlands, we camp in the parking lot. Leave traces of plastic cups. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the roof all by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get, so what the hell? So what the hell? So what the hell? You're pretending that you like somebody else, like you got boys waiting in line to take you home. But tell the truth, you spend the night alone. Let's be alone. So why don't we stay out till the morning light? Cause two wrongs can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the roof all by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get, so what the hell? Are you waiting? So what the hell? So what the hell? What are you waiting for now? So what the hell? Are you hanging on the roof all by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get, so what the hell? So what the hell? I don't wanna take you home with me. Take you home with me. I don't get what you're saying. All of these games you're playing. Can't bother reading your message. No, I'm not here for your show, wasn't asking. But I've been quitting what you're taking. I've been sipping cause I'm making no regrets, I'm not assistant. Just go and be what you will, I'm not missing you, yeah. I'm fucking down with all this shit you told me. Just to grant that I meant you, damn you hold me down. All my fortune's just been wasted, all gone. Oh, you made me feel alone. You thought there's a cure. I went and let you be. Now I know for sure I don't wanna take you home with me. I don't wanna take you home with me.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. Boys, we got ourselves some PTR duels on the day, so hopefully you guys are joining us with us over on the PTR, or if you're not, just hopefully enjoy the duels. How you boys all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. We got ourselves Tamju, we got ourselves D-Woods, Gaming Pancake, my man, I know my guy. Jesus, we got ourselves Zara, we got ourselves Daniel, we got ourselves the boys. How you guys all doing? All right, let's hop on. I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm impressed with myself. We actually more or less started on time. What do you know? I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to get everything done fast enough because I did wake up a little late. But I needed the sleep, dude. I needed the sleep. I'm gonna take it easy tonight, dude. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is my day off, but I think we're still streaming the normal raid. Why did I promise that, dude? I'm actually excited now that I think about it. I'm actually excited. Currently, I'm exhausted. But if I get plenty of sleep tonight and then just take it easy all day tomorrow, I think streaming the normal 9.2 raid, showcasing you guys the raid and all that, maybe getting you guys in on some of that. I think that'd be fun. Dal 5 rating on PTR? Are you kidding me? PTR, right? Well, you guys are aware this is on PTR, right? This isn't like on the this isn't on live service. This is PTR. Hopefully I did enough of in terms of announcements to let you guys all know. Hopping on PTR, seeing how we were doing. Let me get the music in as well, by the way. This feels weird without any tunes. I actually don't mind this song at all. I like the way it starts. Smash the like button, boys. Yo, Gun, how you doing, my man? Hope you having a good one, man. Yo, if you boys are popping in and you're excited for some duels over in PTR, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. Helps out the channel tremendously. Let me also get the pin in the chat for PTR, how to join in. Here we go. I'll post it in. What's up, Heavy? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one, my man. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. All right, where's my Dal spectator character? Dal Pew Pew, Dal spectating, appreciating. That's about as far as I went with the rhymes, bro. That's about as far as I went with rhymes. Alrighty. Hello, boys. What's up, William? How you doing, my guy? PTR? Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. If we got two groups on PTR, dude, we can just spam queue back to back. Hey, yo, how you doing, Dal? I want to think of it inspired me to start playing WoW again. I just dinged level 52. Hey, Loki, how you doing? Hey, that's awesome to hear, my guy. So you coming back? You're going to be playing in patch 9.2? My guy, if you're coming back, dude, if you're coming back and if you're going to be playing, seriously, look for a guild, man. Now is the time to do it. What everybody waiting for patch 9.2? People are recruiting. Guilds that are active right now are still raiding, they are still participating, they are still trying to re-clear, so that's the perfect time to get a little bit of gear, as well as get your foot in the door in the social groups and friend groups over there, so you can have a spot on raid team, man. Whether it's like a casual guild, whether it's like a pushing guild that wants to do mythics, dude, getting into a guild is better than no guild. Trust me when I say this. I do need to shrink the UI by a bunches. Alrighty, hit me up with a whisper real quick over on the PTR if you boys are here. Also, come outside of Augermore, man. I want to see where you boys are at. I want to see who's dueling, man. I want to see who's doing what. Bellator out here? Let's go, dude. Let's get the Duratar, man, popping off a little bit more than usual, yeah? I see what? Pets? I don't see any players. I only see pets. Also, where about my gear? Oh my... Huh? I don't have any more... I don't have any more abilities. What's going on, dude? What happened? Bellator 5, let's go, boys! Yo, there they are, man. There they are. Yo, do we have the regulars in here? Do we have Arhi in here? We got Speedful. I see Speedful. I see Var. Var was busted last week, man. We got ourselves no abilities for you. For real, dude. This just gave me a steady shot and arcane shot. I literally had like full array of survival hunter abilities just the other day, but now they're just gone. Or maybe it was the other character that had it. Could be. We got Tombre back there. Arteza, dude. Some names I'm recognizing, but there's a lot of dudes out here, dude. Pancake, what's up, my guy? What's back playing, dude? What's back playing? Is this Euro NA? This is PTR, boys. I mentioned over on Discord. Join our Discord, by the way. Link to our Discord in the description of every single stream and video. Seriously, if you guys are regulars, if you want to pop into streams, if you just want to be up to date, like what we do on streams on a regular, pop over on Discord, man. It is the place to go. KS Boy go burr. Yo, that KS Boy tier set is so good, man. It's actually so good with Destro. I like it a lot. It's really, really good. Anyway, we got Bellator over here. We just need a second group and we're good to go. Do we have a second group in the Horde or Alliance or what? And we're doing keys? Somebody asked if we're doing keys. Or if anybody else here doing keys. If you guys want to join in an LFG group, by the way, if you're interested in participating in 5V5 1v1 DUELS, it looks like we've got a second group with Pancake and Casper. Needs 2 more Horde boys. Do we have an Alliance group by any chance? PTR again? Yes, it is PTR again. I did make an announcement over on the Discord. You guys want to, again, seriously, join our Discord if you guys haven't. Just for the announcements, man. That's like, I try to announce it on YouTube. I try to announce it on Discord. I try to say everywhere I can. Yo, we're going to be doing PTR, 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 PTR. I can't even say it for a whole week. And even then, like, when the actual stream happens, we do some PTR stuff. It's like, this is going to be somebody popping in like, wait, what are we doing? I try to reach as many people as I can, man. As many people as humanly possible. Yo, if you guys want to train dummy, by the way, I'm going to be your best train dummy possible. If you want to try some bursts, hit me with it. That's it. Yeah, go for it. I got no ability set up, bro. I got what? Arcane shot and steady shot into this thing. Hold on, let me put on an actual bow. If I am going to be running. I don't even have a good bow. I should have picked up a better bow. I just got a bunch of PvP gear except for like trinkets. So at least I'm kind of a Kyrian. Huh? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? What the? What happened to me? I feel like it should be in big red letters. You're dead. I got chaos bolted into a second chaos bolt for both chaos bolts from 50k. Bro, I conflict rate hit me a couple of times. Scour Tide got a couple of ticks, and then double chaos bolt. What is going on? My goodness. Yeah, that seems not busted at all. Are you playing Pelagos for the mastery buff with that one? I imagine you would, right? Dalaran, Shas, I do, Buddhas and Birides, Alliance. Yo, Archie got an Alliance group. Let's go, boys. Archie got an Alliance group in here. Let's go. Yo, attention, my man.
My boy.
How you doing?
FYP chat. Hope everyone having a good one. GL to all the duels.
Yo, can we get a hashtag Temtion in chat? 77 Temtion, boys, for the 5 bones. As he says, what's up, boy? What's up, Diamond boy? What's up, chat? Hope everyone's having a good one. Good luck to all the duels. Yo, boys. Duelers. I want to see you guys try different covenants, different legendaries. I want to see you guys test the wackiest builds today, man. Can we get some wacky builds in tonight? Can we test some weird, wacky builds? Oh. I don't think the Lego, the belt one, Pancakey, is proccing the effect, but if you do get like something that can die, yeah, that's really good. But yeah, that one is really, really good. The other one, the first one you got, I don't want to give it away. I'm trying to be as vague as possible, so because I don't want to give up his Lego build. That's our one shot at him. That's huge, by the way. That's huge. That's my Legos. It's nutty. It is actually pretty nutty. Anyway, if you guys need more train dummies, I'm here. So we got ourselves Bellator. We got ourselves a second Horde group. Actually, Lord, I think I'm ready. Wait, I think you guys are ready. Are you? Yo, I need a Casper or Pancakey or whoever's lead on that group to let me know if you guys got a 5-man. Because if you got a group, we can do duels now. Let's go. Oh, we do? Okay, okay. Yo, who is the lead? How can the lead with BNet whisper me just so I know how to queue him? Also, this week, boys, we got a brand new arena, so that's gonna be really fun. Casper, let's go, boys. Yo, let me just set these things up just so they don't show up, because I know it's gonna be like complaining at me. You got talents. You got mail. Alrighty. Casper, 1972, and Bellator. All right, I think we're gonna do Coliseum, right? Maldraxxus. Right? Wait, I don't think it worked. I don't think it worked. Yeah, hold on. Spec. Tater match. Casper 1972 and Bellator 5. Oh, really? On Forge. Chicago's getting gear? Okay. Yeah, let me know when you guys are ready. Got sick at the end of the week, man. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear about that, Tim John. Hopefully you recover. Hopefully you do better, my man. I got 3 in my group. Yo, Zerif, you got an Alliance group or Horde group? Oh, we got another group? Wait, is Zerif Casper? Zerif is Casper or Zerif is in Casper's group? Unless we got another group altogether? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how many groups we got, who was playing today. How's it going now? What's up, Loki? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. If you guys need to know, if you guys want to join in, by the way, and if you're watching the videos and you want to participate, join PTR, join our Discord in the general section. We have a pin with a video there. Scroll down a little bit when you look at the pins of how to download PTR and how to add it to your account. PTR does not take long to download. It uses a lot of your WoW, like current WoW files. So the download, because of it copies the files over from your WoW or uses the same files. The download is actually pretty small, even if you have really bad internet. So if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to. Download shouldn't take long whatsoever. Yeah, Casper, let me know when you're ready, and I'll try this again. I really want to do the new arena. They added the Maldraxxus Coliseum, and then there's also supposed to be the Enigma Arena, which is like the Zereth Mortis Arena, with apparently moving like platforms and structures and walls with a button in the middle. But they said they're going to be delaying that one until later into patch 9.2, because that thing is just, it looks like it's buggy, and they're still having to work on it. So we'll see what that's going to look like at a later time. Zereth Casper? Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm just really bad with names. Like, you have one named Zereth, you have Casper in game, and then you'll have, I think Casper is the Speedful, so you have like 3 names for me to keep up with. I'm bad with names to begin with. You know what I mean? I'm real bad with names to begin with. So, Bellator, we'll get your team going as soon as Casper's team is ready with Chicago. Yo, what's up, Brother Blake? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. I still gotta get my coffee over here. Alliance is ganking? Where? Oh, there? Whoa, wait, hold on. Is that it? Is that what's going on? It is! Maxed over there. It's just attacking. This man's ready, dude. My guy's getting messed up. What the? We got Hyper in here, too? How many dudes do we have over here? Although we got our Regia and Asterion. We got ourselves Max, Hyper. We got Lelis. We got ourselves Mumu the cat. Bro, we actually got PvP. World PvP over on PTR, bro. That's so funny. That's so good. Yo, that is so good. Wait, did somebody maybe figure out like a beefy build or something? Is that why they're ganking? Oh, they're getting caught, dude. Oh, they're caught. Hold on, I don't get any keybinds, but I can maybe net them. Hold on, I can maybe net somebody. Hold on, maybe I can net that guy. Hold on, I'm trying to get over there quick enough. Cheetah. Hold on, I can hit him with the net. Hold on, hit him with the net. Yeah, I got it. Hold on, boys. I hit him with the net again. I can't do it again. Actually, what's the cooldown on the thing? 25 seconds? Net the net to your enemy, rooting him in place for 6 seconds while within the net. Target's chance to hit is reduced by 80. Oh, okay. Any damage will break the net. Oh, okay. That's kind of useless then. I love the world PvP out here, bro. Over on PTR. That is so good, man. I love it. That is so good. Yo, I'm hoping Zereth Mortis will be popping off with PvP, man, until everybody gets flying. Because everybody will be on the ground. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, man. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. They gotta add some PvP achievements over in the over in Zereth Mortis, man. You know, go over there, kill enough Alliance, kill enough Horde. Maybe add like Alliance and Horde leaders for you to fight over or something. Maybe add like a rare for everybody to fight over or something. So Alliance and Horde just go to the same place, fight each other. I think it could be cool, man. And there's also like some elevations. Dude, there's a busted area over in Zereth Mortis where you can like stand and accumulate like just damage until they can do like 100% more damage and have extra movement speed. That's gonna be busted. Like, people are gonna be ganking people there all the time. There's like these pools that the it's like the Devourers go to, you know, the blue dudes. They go over there to eat it, and if you kill them and you collect these orbs, you go there for like a quest area. But if you just go there killing them, collecting the orbs that drop, it's because they're devouring the power. You consume the power yourself. You just go sit there with 100% more dam. It's actually absolutely nuts. It's gonna be so busted. Alliance 3 seats? Yeah, we need, oh, what, 2 more to go then? 2 more boys for the Alliance then? That's pretty good. Alright, Chicks back. Alright, cool. I'm gonna see if I can do Maldraxxus. I think we got in. Did we get the Maldraxxus Coliseum? What? Join as a group failed. Send again. Okay, join as a group failed. We're just gonna do normal. What I was trying to do is queue Maldraxxus Coliseum specifically. But I guess we just gonna have to do randoms. Or not? Yo, look at this! Yo, boys, look at that! Oh my god! Look at this! Oh, that wallpaper looks awesome! That loading screen looks sweet! What the? Oh, it's taking a second to load. Uh-oh. Is it buggy? Does it work? Oh, please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Oh, we're in. Wait. Switch. Yo, look at this arena. Yo, chat, this is the first. I don't know if this video is going to come out first or last. This is the first time we're seeing this arena. Yo, look at that. They got Crexus. Wait, how many Crexus do they have? Why are they all Crexus? Look, Crexus, aren't you supposed to be dead? Also, I see your legs ain't connected. You're literally floating over there. Wow, look at this. Yo, I guess you're just stuck in the middle of the arena with pillars. I guess you guys should hang out kind of like where these guards are when you're not dueling. Oh, this is weird. This is like a smaller Troveron arena. These pillars, I wonder how big they are. Like, can you actually hit each other through these? I guess not, right? You have to go all the way around. Oh, this is weird. We got team 1, actually team 2 together with Bellator. First up, who's going to be open with team 1? Looks like it's going to be Chicago Zug as an orc. Yo, let's go, Chicago. Enhancement Shamansman with the Ascendance versus Bellator. Oh, this is going to be interesting, dude. Line of sight. Dude, this is more of like a dueling arena with the center wide open with the pillars on the sides. You really got to have to decide whether you want to play the pillar or whether you want to play out in the open. This is going to give so much opportunity for different kind of gameplay, dude. Oh, this is cool. What happens if you go talk to Crexus over there or to Crexuses? What happens if you talk to them? Do they just knock you back, maybe? Yo, somebody wanted to go talk to them, hang out with them, see what they do. Anything? Chicago dropping down big Kyrian Totem, trying to go for healing and damage. Bellator immediately popping out defense. It's gonna be that reckless abandon, charging out over Chicago, pinning him down with that Kyrian. That's gonna be a lot of damage with that spear. Big crits. That's gonna be Chicago trying to see if they can get out of there with the Earth Elemental joining in. So the Earth Elemental bolsters them with heals as well, or rather with extra health to survive this. Going to be a lot of mana burn, but Chicago generated a lot of maelstrom for this though, but is out of mana, or at least halfway through mana. As Bellator not giving much of a break, continue to pressure them, continue not to give opportunity. There goes the pillar gameplay. I think that we just have christened this pillar gameplay for the first time of this arena ever. First time these boys are hanging out by the pillar, trying to create some line of sight. Let's go. Bellator looking for that. Good angle with Chicago. Oh, the eyes are spawning here and it gets out in the open. Interesting. And Chicago taking a bit of damage though. Looks like Bellator is doing quite a number on them. Chicago might have to go for a little bit of self-heal. Not a lot of mana for the healing. The Kyrian Totem might help out in that regard. Big burst into Bellator. Actually doesn't have a defensive. Looks like he got some big heal. Chicago then execute range, and that's going to be a rampage. Knocking him down a peg. Oh my goodness. Well, there's that. Bellator taking the first one as we're trying to figure out who's going to be next. Looks like it is going to be Pancakey as the next competitor. He's playing out the destruction with the Succubus on the second hand. On the other side is the pet. The Succubus is the empowered version, the better Succubus this time, which is going to be extra good. Try to see if I can maybe get my duels mix up and running here, boys, yeah? Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Yeah. Gonna be that pin down. Bellator knocking down Pancake. Wait, what's going on? Bellator's just chopping Pancake up. What just happened? Bellator just absolutely decimated him. I am not sure what happened. Why are you glowing like a Super Saiyan? Literally one Super Saiyan on him with the spear and all the full damage. I got confused there for a second. I said the wrong word and trying to correct myself in the middle of it all. It just blew up. Gonna be a fear onto GX, and GX is gonna trick it out of immediately. Is it playing adaptation by any chance? Trying to see if he can catch up to Bellator. Gonna be the Ring of Peace, trying to boop him back, trying to catch up to him, running down with hamstring. And Bellator needs to get himself some kind of a defensive here. Might actually have to go for a Rage Regeneration. Needs healing at the moment. It's going to be a Reflect. Not really sure what equal effect versus GX, but can reduce some of the damage he takes from Zuen. Takes a lot of damage coming out for GX, but Bellator is going to catch up in Rage Regeneration up and running. GX unable to stop it. Is going to be going for Karma as his health starts dipping little by little. Bellator leaping away to charge back at GX. It's going to pin him down with a spear. Nowhere for the monk to go. Bellator might descend it here unless GX has summon for Fist of Fury, keeping him away. It's going to be Trick and exploding. It's going to be, oh, the monk blowing up. Oh my goodness. Well, Speedful's up. Wait, I was gonna say, how do you have a spear? Speedful's up next as Belcher just doesn't have a lot of health to work with at the moment. Gonna be that cheap shot by the rogue with the Kyrian burst. Belcher, it just, does sneak away a heal real quickly. Right as Speedful doesn't quite get the stuns to be perfectly aligned together. Belcher with barely any health, somehow still alive, leaping away to charge back towards Speedful with the blaze storm to follow. Immune to CC for a short moment. Speedful actually could be dead right here. Vanish comes out as Belcher trying to see if he can spin him out in the open. Bellator is going to be at no health whatsoever. The rogue can end him any moment. I wonder if the rogue will open up with a Shadow Strike just to give Bellator a chance. Cheap shot, Kyrian, there's no way. He is going to be able to get him low and take him out. Vargar up next is the Enhancement Shaman champion from the last week's duels. Gonna be up next. Speedful got a lot of weight on his shoulders. He has to go through the full enemy team too in order to come back for his team. He needs to give it. Just got through the warrior who was left licking his wounds after the last few boys that he had to duel. Var is going to be up next, so Speedful is going to have to consolidate cooldowns in order to use cooldowns in such a way where Var popping off Ghost was really early on and going to pick up the eyes, I guess. Is that... That's a plan. Is it generating Maelstrom right now? Is this like an early Maelstrom generation tactic or something just to put it... Like, sometimes they say, hey, you know, with cooldowns, if you don't use them, you lose them. So just put them on cooldown. This man took that device to a whole nother level. Picking up the eye again as Speedful is hanging out by the pillar. And actually, it looks like Speedful does find enough cover behind the pillar to not get found. Getting the opener versus Var. Going for the kidney shot since it isn't work. Dropping down the trinket next to him. Going for the Kyrian burst. Var is going to take a bit of damage. That's a big execute. A big eviscerate, rather. Going to be a massive heal with the wall getting used. Just got to drop down the static totem onto Speedful. He has nowhere to go. Needs to take down the totem. Var is going to send the Ghostos back after Speedful. At least the rogue is going to deny a reset. And for Var, that's quite a lot of Maelstrom to build up for in order to maybe get himself a heal or two. Earth Elemental also going to be harassing the rogue behind the pillar. 22 seconds on advantage, and the rogue is not playing a night elf, so he doesn't really have an easy way of getting away. So he's going to need to generate some calm points. Maybe get a kidney shot onto... Wait, he actually does break away from the pets for just a second. I don't know why the Earth Elemental kind of stopped attacking and maybe shifted and then stayed away from the both of them for a moment. Maybe that's what happened. I'm not really sure. But Var is going to be dropping in a big old fleshcraft all around him. Speedful back behind the pillar just to find himself a better opportunity. I don't know if he has any calm points to maybe land a kidney shot on the opener. Might just have to go for the Shadow Blades, build a couple of calm points, land a kidney. He is now going to have to burn through the fleshcraft of Var before he does any damage afterwards. Var still with the Earth Ellie. I think Speedful is just going to wait until the Earth Ellie is gone. No point in finding Var if he has extra health, right? So it does mean that you have to wait out the whole minute the Earth Ellie is out. But eventually, it is going to be gone. Looks like he's actually going to go for a bit of an opener a little bit early. It's going to be the static totem down. Big LA blast onto Speedful as Var is going for the most range damage. Speedful so far has been getting blasted, and Var barely has touched him in melee. It's all just been range damage with the ghost rolls, so the LA blast with the lightning bolts. And I'm just in disbelief by how much damage Speedful took. Going to be a slow with a frost strike to follow. Might have to go for a vanish. Does land a vanish at low health. But does he have any flame shocks on him or anything like that? Does he have a flame shock? I think he's safe. I think he's clean. Dude, the amount of damage Var just did to him from range is just absolutely ridiculous. The eyes are back up though. Var could go picking him up. I think the eyes are back up on the other side as well. And Speedful is just recovering some cooldowns. He got evasion coming back. Shadow Blades in the opener versus Var. Still needs to burn through a fleshcraft. Might be able to do so. Kidney shot. It looks like Speedful is actually going even more defensive. Getting that kidney shot to Var. With a smoke bomb, the ghosts are in. They're out in the hunt. Speedful does catch himself a reset, and Var's right next to him. Could pick up the eye, and is going to be picking up the eye. If only he has like control of the ghost rolls, like as if it's like a hunter pet. Then you could just send him over at Speedful, because the pets, they are pretty decent. Like they'll attack your target, but you can't just like command them to attack because they don't have the pet UI. Gonna be stunned to Speedful, does go for a trinket. Gonna be the big chicken explosion onto Var, and Var might just have to pop himself big defenses. Gonna be the static totem in order to separate himself from the rogue. Hits him with a slow. It's gonna be cooldowns available for Var. Maybe get himself some resources. It's gonna be some healing, plenty of mana. But does he have the Maelstrom? Hex trying to get a perfect Hex on Speedful. Is gonna be a freebie flash cut to get himself a shield, as well as a 20% damage reduction. Speedful looking for that reset behind the pillar. So far he's been doing hit and run strats versus Var, but he just hasn't been able to take him down just yet. The ghosts are in. Speedful chooses not to open. because the ghost was just going to be free damage. Var picking up the eye. If he mounts up and if he's quick enough, you might be able to catch Speedful. Picking up the eye, and Speedful lands that opener. Var with the alien blast does quite a bit of damage. It's going to be the lightning bolt set up for a big damage thunder onto Speedful as the ghost do disappear, and Var got himself plenty of Maelstrom to catch up on health. Speedful looking to maybe end him right now. Big eviscerate damage, getting cheap shots in between, but giving him that gap between a kidney shot and cheap shot for one single global. Got Var opportunity to heal. Blind trinkets out of it, going to be slow into Speedful as he has Cloak of Shadows. The rogue looking to get away from Var as fast as possible. Is going to catch a reset with a sap as Speedful does go for the full redo. This rogue has been hovering at pretty low health so far, and Var has got them so close to dead, but just can't quite finish it. Hasn't been able to. I guess he hasn't gotten the crits he needs just yet. But he's keeping the ghosts on cooldown as often as possible. Speedful opening up, even the wolves are out. Gonna be the static totem to separate the two. Thunder to Speedful. Does he have a stun totem to follow? Var going for cooldown and increase. That's gonna be big LE blast to follow. Maybe a lightning bolt after. Lots of Maelstrom generated. I don't really know if he was gonna go maybe for Primordial. Needs to catch up to Speedful. I think these arena pillars might be perfect for any mobile class. Speedful open it back up with the shadows. Kidney shot to follow. Kyrian burst. Does he have enough? Looks like Var's health is dripping. Does not get the stuns between. Var goes for Storm Strike instead of a heal though in between of it all. Var super low health. Trying to get himself a heal. Looks to clear over it a little bit. Speedful looking to end this duel. Can he finish it? Var does keep getting heals here and there. Var keeps generating Maelstrom. Ghost was a back in. Gonna be Speedful with a shadowy duel. The wolves are still gonna give Maelstrom for Var. He has enough damage to slam down that rogue. Oh my goodness. And how do you say your name? GJEZUS Wolfzach? Hold on. Jesus Wolfzach. Wait, is that Jesus? It might be Jesus. We're gonna call it Jesus. Because I'm trying to use like Russian letters, but it's like I know it's not going to make any sense. It's almost like D-J-E-Z-U. Maybe DJ Easy? We can call him DJ Easy maybe. But I think it is Jesus. I think it is. Kragar. Kragar. Vargar. It's almost like Kragar's brother. Or cousin. He does have like the Gar in there, dude. Maybe that's like a lore. The Gar family, the Gar tribe. Gonna be Earth Elemental, the Underworld of the Dead joining him. Ghostwolves also joining into the fight. Gar, not in a great spot, needs a heal. Static Totem is gonna be applied onto Jesus. It looks like Var is gonna be going down. Overpowered, but the army of the undead. So I wonder if there was that execute combo for Jesus as well. Kiosco might be the next one up. It looks like it's gonna be up next. Fleshcraft in a way is going to have himself the defensive and the offensive legendary combination stone onto Jesus immediately. Doesn't really have a way out except does burn the trinket, and looks like actually we can see UI for the trinkets when they use them. Normally we don't see UI for trinkets for either one of them. Jesus take a lot of damage though. Kiosk is going to be backing up out of there. Is just going to go for the most range damage possible. Jesus with the death pack, but now he's pinned. He doesn't really have a way to deal with the health recovery. He actually just can't recover health at all. This way the hunter pushes in to punish him for it. Oh my goodness. Yo, Bellator with 3 kills. Kiosco and Var did pretty well as well. Let's go, boys. Yo, first arena of the day. First duel of the 5v5 1v1 DUELS in PTR. I liked it a lot, dude. I'm so surprised. The rogue was so close to taking down the Shaman, but the Shaman got some damage, dude. Shaman's enhancement got a bite to them. That range damage, you see the lightning bolts, you see the elemental blast, dude. It's actually crazy. They're no longer a melee class. They're straight up a range class, dude. Actually a range class. Confirmed. What is going on? Oh my god. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another win. Sentry got a group. 3 out of 5. Yo, Sentry's still looking for more alliance, boys. If you guys want to join Sentry over on the alliance, head over to player vs player pre-made group. Custom PvP at the bottom. Find the group top, and you shouldn't actually need to type anything. You should be able to see Sentry. Wait. Sentry join Horde? Wait, I think Sentry's back to Horde. Oh, why am I getting attacked? No, what the? Hunter, please, stop shooting me. I'm not even PvPing out here. I'm just watching the duels. Please, leave me alone. 3 out of 5 for Sentry? Alright. Gallo, definitely I want to try playing healer. Recommend me healer to play. Liev as a healer? Oh, there's a lot of good healers out there. Holy Paladins are really good. Holy Paladin is a solid healer. Plenty of damage, plenty of healing. Good utility, very popular right now. Rested Shaman is another good one. I think it's pretty easy to get into. Really good mastery that helps you be a little bit more forgiving with heals. And also good damage as well. Good utility overall. I think out of all the healers, you want to heal with good utility, a bit of good damage as well. a lot of things that are important for a healer. A lot of things. But those are the two I would recommend. Stream sniped? Oh no, Marcel, I my guy. Now I got a video for 1v3? Yeah, I think so, dude. I think so. Casper got 5 people? Yo, Bellator, if you got more boys, let me know. You have a full man team? Since you got 4 out of 5. They just need a +1, then it'll be good to go, man. So make sure it's all 5v5. So all we're gonna get is the Maldraxxus arena this week by the looks of it, right? Because Blizzard did say that that's the only arena available for queues. And I guess it's the only arena available for LFG as well. 5 still? Yo, can we go Bellator and Casper again real quick? Bellator and Casper while Sentry is building up a team until he gets a 5 out of 5. Once you get 5 boys in there, we'll go and queue him. Maldraxxus Coliseum, I guess is all we get. Do you think Healers hard? Healers is a lot more of a responsibility than a DPS, because the DPS you just run after the tank in dungeons and raids and just hit your buttons. There's some mechanics, but it's a lot of you just sit there and hit your buttons, right? Let's be honest here. As a DPS rogue, of course there's like some CC, interrupts, all those things are very important, but like a healer has a lot more responsibility. You gotta keep your idiots alive, right? Whatever you group in, whatever you raid in, they're all your idiots and you're responsible for them, right? And I don't say idiots in like a bad way or toxic way. I mean like in the most like loving way, as in like you're responsible for these goobers and you gotta keep them alive, and they're gonna stand on fire, they're gonna do some dumb stuff sometimes, so their health is gonna yo-yo. You gotta try to keep them alive as best as you can. You're babysitting them the whole time, and you also gotta help them, because damage you contribute means the damage they don't have to do. So you gotta help them with damage, you gotta heal, you gotta manage everybody's cooldowns, you gotta manage everyone's defensives. So like you got a lot to do as a healer. But I think Holy Paladin and Rested Shaman are the 2 healers that are the easiest to get into, because they have a pretty easy job with all those things we just mentioned. For the most part. Yo, don't go in, don't duel yet. Oh wait, is Bella... Are you guys saying Bellator again? Oh my god, deja vu. Deja vu. I think I've been to this place before. Holy shit. I can't get this video rendered quick enough. Please, audio, please, audio, please, audio. Please, don't fight each other yet. Oh, Bellator is already going in for blood, dude. Bellator is already going in for blood. I haven't even started recording. Damn. Alright, switch. Bellator back up in here over on the team 2 versus GX. Having a bit of a rematch with these two. GX is going for that Kyrian. So I think he got double Zuen. Is that what's going on? Do you have a double Zuen? You are Kyrian. Are yours the ones merged into one or something? Big spear by Bellator. Karma is sitting on him. GX trying to reverse a lot of the damage back to him. Fist of Fury to parry Bellator. Bellator could be in a lot of trouble. Needs a heal immediately. Trying to get short charges over GX, but looks like GX is going to be able to have the upper hand on him. Got him low enough, and I think that might have been a real quick touch of death. Hit him in a pressure point, made the boy pass out. Who is going to be up next? The Licorice Paw is going to be up. No, this song with this panda named Licorice, bro, that actually, I think that's thematic. Oh, that looks so good. Yo, Shadow Priest, I think that's like second time we're having a Shadow Priest over in PTR Duels. But let's see how the tier set, or if he's even using tier set. Also pretty sure he's a Necrolord, right? Leg sweep onto Licorice Paw. I love the name Licorice Paw, like the paw in name, because you're a panda. Quick fear onto GX, hitting him with a bit of dodge. Shadow Crash coming down. GX is gonna get broken out of the fear. Big PI, big cooldowns. Actually, GX bailing out of there. He sees Licorice Paw just ascending into the void form, embracing the early 2000s emo form. He got My Chemical Romance blasted in his AirPods, bro. And he's getting in there, embracing the darkness. And GX backs up out of there completely. Normally Shadow Priest are not that spooky. Quick Panda Racial to CC him. He's gonna get dots as well as a mind control onto GX. That Panda Racial doesn't just DR with mind control. Are you kidding me? It's gonna move him away for a little bit, creating some distance. GX is gonna try to cover the distance very quickly. Great effect for Licorice to keep himself moving. Shadow Crash, the sea goes tumbling down as well towards GX with that ring of boopity bop. Boon of Ascended playing Kyrian. Wait a second, is GX gonna go down? The Kyrian burst could actually be a lot. It's actually pressing defenses as it is a 3-minute cooldown being used by Licorice Paw. Trying to get back over there, trying to create some line of sight. What is going on? What? Kyrian? I did not even realize you could do that. I thought Necrolord 100% through and through, maybe Ventier, but Kyrian, leg sweep, and looks like Licorice maybe has Disperse. It's going to be popping up Disperse as GX does pop out as a win. Backing up out of there while defenses are on the Panda. That's going to be potentially touching, trying to get the dots in. GX holding on to his interrupt for now. Licorice under quite a bit of pressure, popping off the Vampiric Embrace to give himself a little bit more health to work with. That's going to be a Mind Bend to join in as well. I wonder what legendary he's playing instead of like, what defensive or offensive Lego he's playing. If he is Kyrian, because you got the belt Lego, but I wonder what other Lego you're playing. Quick mind control GX as the Karma comes out. Licorice Ball trying to reduce some of the damage that Karma does to him, trying to create some space between him and GX. I also noticed that Licorice hasn't went for a stun at all. So I wonder what kind of a talents he's got rolling. Maybe like a shortest silence, is that the play? Trying to go for horror effects onto GX, get him kind of low. GX got some coolness of his own. Big X go to GX, actually super low. Vivify is trying to see if he can keep himself going. Silence, and GX is melting down to the dots. Is that going to be enough though? Like a sponge just needs a little bit more damage. GX does recover. Looks like the Shadow Priest got a little bit of a bite to him. Plenty of pressure for this monk. Quick in cap as GX continue to re-heal. Wait, is this going to be the season of the Shadow Priest? Are they making a return? Leg sweep onto Licorice Paw. Again, GX got himself a little bit of cooldowns with that Kyrian Weapons of Order, but that's about it. Licorice got him some big PI. Looking to get some cast. He missed intro by GX. Looking for that land side stun. I feel like this is the first time we've seen Licorice Paw actually use a stun with Mindbender. Going to be a dispel for GX. It's going to be redone. Application for Licorice. He's trying to go for a Mind Blast. Trying to catch up to GX. It looks like the monk was able to get away. Licorice might be able to go for a Shadow Crest around the corner. I think that does connect. And Licorice just needs a little bit of CDs, a little bit of damn in order to end this. Trying to go for a bit of Shadow Mend. Boon of the Ascendant getting used. GX is gonna go for in cap. Licorice does not have a trigger for it. Does he get enough damage to try to get another blast? Look at those hits. The instant cast actually doing a bit of damage, trying to get the most damage to GX. That is going to be Karma. A Licorice with a greater fate, looking for an MC onto GX. Does mind control cancel out Karma? I think it used to, but I'm not sure if it still does it to this day. Trying to get a slow onto Licorice. That's going to be Braun joining in. GX is going to maybe play this defensive. Looks like he's staying aggressive. Trinketing as the horror effects comes out. Almost hitting the second horror bolt. And Licorice got himself full eruption. That's going to be void form. GX is super low in health. Needs to get rid of all those dots. Might want to dispel the devouring plague as we hit in the 5-minute mark. And Licorice is just keeps putting pressure into the monk, but the monk has plenty of opportunity to get himself resets. Interesting. So far, this has been one of the more interesting duels. I'd never seen how good Shadow Priest could be. And this man is making Kyrian good. That isn't a common build whatsoever. Interrupt hasn't been used by GX just yet. Quick Fear by the Shadow Priest. As Fear and Zuan as well as GX. And it's going to be Weapons of War to join into, but no images for GX. So he does have almost all his bursts, but not quite. Full defenses coming out for Licorice Paw as he does juice himself up with Vampiric Embrace. The more damage he does to GX, the better it's going to be for him. GX still holding on to the interrupt. It's going to need to be very careful when he lands that interrupt, because interrupt Licorice Paw is going to be super important, especially if you can get him low. Eating Shadow Crashes, going to be a dispel as he goes for Diffuse Magic. That's going to be Licorice reapplying those dots again. GX is going to have some damage reduction for Shadow for a little bit. Leg sweep onto Licorice. Does he go for a Disperse? He is going to go for Disperse. So GX got him on the ropes right now. 6 minutes of the duel. But looks at GX, maybe he's running out of steam, maybe running out of cooldowns. Licorice trying to keep him not behind the pillar, trying to keep him out the open. Gonna be that mind control potentially for the Karma. Missing that interrupt. Gonna be in cap onto Licorice. The Karma is gonna break it though. It looks like Licorice is gonna catch up with a bit of self-heals. GX popping off images. Mind control does hit. Tried to go for Ring of Peace, but I think he actually booped himself out of the Ring of Peace. I think he actually booped himself out of Ring of Peace. I think it was actually a friendly Licorice Paw Ring of Peace. Void Eruption. Doesn't hit GX. Silence. Oh, he's going to end up taking him out as Licorice finds himself with no health whatsoever. But the boys at Team 1 are giving him an honor duel. Who's going to be up next? It looks like it's going to be Jesus. Gave Licorice Paw an opportunity to at least catch up on healing. At least a little bit. Quick Fear onto the Death Knight. Gonna go for Lichborn. Gonna be Boon of the Ascendant. Interrupted on Holy. So Licorice does have... Actually, is that interrupted on Arcane? Because I feel like he just went for Greater Fate. And I believe that's Holy. Gonna be the Grippy Head. Licorice has nothing for it. Trinkets might be able to get out of here. Try to go for Boon of the Ascendant. Maybe he could go for some self-healing with Boon. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to focus down on the pets if possible. But I think Licorice is going to be going down, as Jesus didn't give him much of a break. We got ourselves Kiosko over on the team 2 with Fleshcop. Looks like he's going to be going up next. Last time Jesus and Kiosko fought. Kiosko just got to pressure Jesus when he had no cooldowns whatsoever. So we get in a bit of a rematch this time around. Kiosko trying to see if he can get behind the pillar. Going to be some grenades thrown in over Jesus as they're looking for a little bit of line of sight. If Jesus is playing the tier set, I wonder if he can build up for a couple of those Scourge Strikes until he can get the Soul Reaper onto Kiosko, summon an extra pet, but I wonder if maybe he's not even playing the tier set at all. I guess we got to watch out, see if he's summoning any extra undeads. Because with the tier set, your 5 Scourge Strikes or 5 Plowing Shadows, your 5th one will put up Soul Reaper on the target and summon an extra pet. Gio's taking a bit of damage, taking a bit of a beating, got himself running power. He's gonna need to go for heals though. Doesn't go for the death back. He's super extremely low, trying to go for death strikes as much as possible. Gonna be the quick muzzle by Kiosko for the flesh cap. I think Jesus is out of options. Doesn't go for the death back at the very last second with like 1 health left. And Kiosko actually taking a bit of pressure from the pets. It's gonna be that ghoul actually just rampaging on him, doing quite a bit of damage. And so far, we haven't seen a single extra pet come out of the death knight, so he's not even running the tier set, which is an option. You don't necessarily have to, but Kiosko does get him low enough to be able to take him out. Quick camo as he goes for a reset. Is next going to be Slushies potentially, the Frost Mage? We got us a Chicago Zug, Speedful. Looks like it is going to be Slushies as a Frost Mage, a Necrolord, Hunter's Mark by Kiosko. Slushie is not playing with a pet, so he's trying to go for an Abyss in the opener, but that's going to be a stun on a Kiosko. Slushies does have a shield from the Flesh Cap, so he should be able to survive this quite a bit. Going to be Mirror Images, does not play the triple shield legendary, so I wonder what legendary he's playing instead. Slush is trying to go for a bit of slows on Kiosko, just trying to deal with him in one way or another. Might have to Ice Block really early. And there goes the Ice Block. He took just a lot of pressure. Did he get interrupted by Kiosko maybe? I wonder what leg of this man's running. Try to go for a Ring of Frost around the corner. Maybe a Blizzard on the other end. That's exactly what he's doing. Trying to pin Kiosko in a place where he can't really do much. Gonna be the Ice form. Slush is immune to CC. Actually immune to stuns only. Deathburn is out. Does he have the biggest damage available for Kiosko? Try to hit him with a couple lances. But he does need to build up for a Frostbolt's freeze onto Slushies. Does not have a trigger for it by the looks of it. Ooh. I like the way he got frozen in. That looks awesome. But Kiosko just looking to remove all the buffs from Slushies. And Slushies, again, not playing the triple shield Lego, so I wonder what he's going to be playing. If he's not playing triple shield, then maybe he's playing the Discipline Command. Big explosion coming down. Slushies take a lot of damage. No more Ice Block and just goes explosion. Oh my goodness, Kiosko taking him out real quickly in a single setup. I'm not sure what Slush was trying to do, but I'm happy to see a Frost Mage in these duels 10 minutes into this round, by the way. Chicago getting blasted by a couple of dots. He's going to get a Flame Shock on the pet. It's going to try to focus the pet down, playing that Ascendance. I wonder if they're playing the tier set though. Likely, maybe, possibly, because I think the tier sets for the most part are better than none. Because for Shaman, it's actually quite a lot of survivability. Chicago is going to be dropping down the Ghost Wolves, Kiosko freezing at least one of them, rather Ghost Raptors. And Chicago is able to connect finally. Kiosko taking a bit of a beating. Is going to be survived with the fittest as they try to take less damage. That's going to be Zug, Chicago Zug dropping down the Kirin Totem for a little bit of healing, a little bit of damage. It's going to be that Kirin, Necrolord. Explosive burst out of the Death Chakra. Looks like they're still spinning. Looks like they still got Chakram on him. Not really sure. It looks like they're lagging. That is super unfortunate. Kiosko, is he going to give him opportunity to come back? He got him dotted? I don't think he's going to... I don't think he's going to do it. He's kind of slowed down. He's kind of slowing down. Chicago is given an opportunity to return, as it did take a lot of damage, but is at least able to get himself a bit of a reset. Kiosko does send him with a Hunter's Mark. Chicago is at least able to get a heal. And does walk into a freezing trap. Look like he slipped in the freezing trap for a second. But at least give an opportunity to come back. Maybe they got deceived, maybe they crashed. But they're back in, stunned by Kiosko as the Earth Elemental joins in. Earth Elemental is actually going to create a big explosion for Chicago. And Kiosko does end up taking him out. Super unfortunate we got a lag at the end there. But what can you really do? Let's go Chicago. Yeah, I feel really bad, man. The fact that lag happened, I am so sad. I'm actually so sad. But that's PTR, man. But that's PTR. And Kiosko at least gave him as much opportunity as they could, right? So at least I'm very happy to see that honor duel exists in the PTR. Kiosko getting blasted by Speedful. I almost called you Dreadful, but that's going to be huge damage back to Speedful. This man's actually just on his last leg within a couple of globals. What just happened? Trinket out of Kiosko, trying not to let Speedful get anywhere. Going to be a freezing trap, sticking him in place. Trinket and advantage by Speedful. Actually just a normal re-stealth. Did not have a Hunter's Mark on the Rogue. So Speedful does got himself a reset. Finish on Kiosko. Does Kiosko have any outs of this, or is this over? My goodness, Kiosko, what is this damage you were doing? I don't understand. It looks like VAR is going to be back up versus Speedful, just getting a bit of a rematch, huh? Not much of a rematch, as Speedful has no cooldowns coming into this one. Or rather, no blind, no vanish, no evasion. So I guess some cooldowns, but like he is behind. We are also going into this at 48% dampener, so both of them are going to have very, very reduced healing. Man. Oh my goodness, dude. What was that damage Speedful was taken from the Hunter, by the way? Did he have tier set and everything rolling? Wait. Chicago's back. Chicago somehow returns, but Chicago's not dueling. VAR is hanging out. I think picking up the eye to look for Speedful. Speedful getting the opener, kid a shot onto VAR. Trick it for VAR as he got himself Ghost of Thunder with a stun throw onto Speedful. No way out for him. Is gonna get him for a vanish. I thought VAR was gonna have him. VAR is looking for him. VAR was actually, it looked like it was running after him as if he knew where the rogue was. But I think it was just a good guess. I think he was just trying to get over to the second set of eyes as quickly as possible. Speedful behind the pillar where he was just assaulted. And is trying to see if he can recuperate some cooldowns, recuperate that health, lick his wounds, mend some wounds with a bandage or two. And is just looking to get himself some resets onto VAR. He needs to go in, slam it out strong, land the kidney shot. He doesn't really have too many offensive cooldowns to work with. I mean, he has stance, but he doesn't have Shadow Blades or anything. Blind is available, so maybe he can go for a hit and run strat where he goes in, pops all the cooldowns, does the most amount of damage to VAR. Make sure to line up his stuns to be perfect. Get a shot into cheap shot. Do not give VAR an opportunity. VAR popping off a blind that's gonna VAR popping off wall. Gonna be immediate blind on a Speedful. He has to reset with VAR. He just got a big cooldown on him. He doesn't need to fight him, but he'd rather keep his health like more or less. Actually, I guess he couldn't vanish. So I guess a blind makes sense. Get a shot onto VAR, build couple points from earlier. Maybe that'll be enough damage. VAR taking a bit. There's going to be some gaps in between all those stuns. Battlemaster should get in between all of those stuns in order to give VAR a bit of survivability. So that's going to be static totem. Speedful can't go anywhere unless he actually focuses down on the totem. Evasion versus VAR, but he still can blast into the rogue with spells, which ignore evasion altogether. They're not physical attacks. VAR tried to catch up a little bit of healing. 60% dampener, making it very difficult. Especially Speedful is playing wound poison instead of instant poison for this. Which some rogues like to go for the damage poison rather than wound poison when the dampening is high enough, because this way they can put even more pressure. But imagine how in wound poison, just to reduce the healing even further, can be in some cases even more deadly, especially since VAR can't dispel it. Speedful does get himself a reset. Looks like a flame shark is skipping him out in the open, so you better be careful doesn't get caught by VAR out in the middle. Looks like he is going to be behind pillar. Flame Shark falling off. VAR is back out in the open, waiting until the rogue gets to open up. Shadow Strike out of the rogue, and VAR is going to get Ghost Boost up immediately. Kidney shot by the rogue, trick it out of VAR. As Speedful does not have a blind to fall, going to be a wall for VAR. Going to be big explosion onto VAR, and Speedful drops down the grenade trick it on him. VAR trying to catch up on health. It's going to be Shadow Stance from Speedful, unable to go anywhere for the static totem. It's going to eliminate it. VAR backing up out of there completely. Needs to go for just a little bit more damage to Speedful. Cheap shot by Speedful, trying to end it right here. It is super heavily DR'd. Sunder to Speedful, trinkets out of it. It looks like he does take down VAR. I'm actually so amazed he was able to do it. As Cyrilex is going to be up next as a survival hunter versus Speedful. Looks like Speedful is given a bit of an honor duel, try to go for a bit of a bow, but not super close to Cyrilex. He's like, yo, thanks for letting me honor duel ya. Thanks for giving me an opportunity. But I'm going to stay on my head and recuperate cooldowns a little. Cyrilex picking up the eye, sending out the Raptor. So he's not giving Speedful proper full recovery with food and everything, but he is at least going to give him a chance to like, hey, you have opportunity to CC my pet. Flare out on one side, pet on the other. Speedful loses that opener. At least can maybe generate comp points for a kidney shot. There's going to be a stun by the hunter as he gets himself some free grenades. And Speedful has enough of a line of setup to maybe go for, I was going to say Shadow Step Kidney, but actually blind. I think he's going for a reset. Try to see if he can jig the pet just to go for a full reset. No way. He actually did it. Wait, Flare? Maybe get him out? No, he just back up against the corner. Just backs up completely. Yo, can Speedful come back? Can Speedful return for his team? He just needs to beat Cyrilex. The eyes are up on one hand side. Speedful, Steen in the steel trap. Oh, that is super unfortunate. Wait, does Cyrilex recognize as a steel trap? Cyrilex have no idea. I don't think Cyrilex looked. Or maybe if he looked, he didn't pay attention. But Speedful did hit a steel trap. He had a bleed on him. It's skipping him out in combat. Speedful does see that Cyrilex picking up the eye, going to be Hunter's Mark on him, has to charge Cyrilex immediately. Could be a stun out of the Hunter. Could be a freezing trap as well. Speedful does not have too many defensive coolers to work with, eats another steel trap. But it's going to be evasion, dodging the flame shot altogether. Cyrilex trying to see if he might be able to get back over to Speedful, but he's dodging all the attacks. Maybe the pet can close the gap on one hand side. And maybe Cyrilex can close it on the other. Could be a stun out of the Hunter there because the stun. Does Speedful have a trinket? Blade shot or flank strike, grenades, and that's going to be it. And Cyrilex does take it out. Chicago is supposed to be dead. It is supposed to be dead. But the duel is over. Cyrilex did win that one. Goober's coming back. Kioska with 3 kills, boys. Let's go. Yo, Speedful almost came back for his team as well. Actually kind of nuts, to be honest. Actually nuts. Damp too high for me. Yeah, that arena was a little bit damp. We need a towel after the arena, dude. That one was a bit damp. A bit too humid for me. A bit too sweaty. Alrighty, boys. Let's get it up and running. I think Central might have a group next, yeah? I think Central might have a group so we can maybe get some bit of a shake up for you guys, yeah? Central got a full group? Who's ready? Yo, Casper? The can wants to duel me? Yo, this guy, dude, Licorice Paw is my favorite. Licorice Paw, I love this man's right here, dude. The Mog, the Panda, all of it is so good. And that's Feral Burst for you, man. Yo, Bellator's ready? Alright, we can do Sentry versus Bellator. Sentry and Bellator. And we'll do Sentry and Casper. Sentry and Bellator. We'll get him in there. We'll get them both in there for the 5V5 1v1 duels. Casper, you're on standby, alrighty? Yo, hopefully you guys don't get tired of the... Guys, hopefully you don't get tired of the Maldraxxus Coliseum. That's literally all the game can queue us for right now. That's literally the only thing that we're getting queues for right now. Is this arena. So, hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys like it. Have fun with it. Try different things in this arena. Get comfortable with it. But that's all we're going to be seeing today. So maybe next week, if we do more PTR updates, we might do more PTR. Maybe check out the other arena. Check out more stuff. And maybe there'll be more of a like rotational with these arenas. I don't hate this arena though. I really like it. I think it's really fresh. Has a bit of a green tone to it, which I don't think too many arenas have that. I think we had arenas with Bastion all white, like light, really light blue, really bright. We got some arenas that look darker, like Dalaran Sewers, like the Night Mode arena. I think this is pretty good. It's not too bright, but it's not too dark. It has a little bit of like, not too much of a green like overlay, but quite a bit of green tones in here. Which I don't think it's something we've seen that often. Alrighty, let me get did I save it? I hope I did. I certainly hope I did. That'd be embarrassing if I didn't. So Twitch. We got ourselves VAR, gonna be first up over on team 2. On that team, we got a Saralex in the back. We got ourselves Licorice Paw. We got ourselves Kiosko and Bellator, and versus team 1. We got Kreisbad over on that team. We got Valen over there as a marksman. Holy moly, as a mage, as a Frosty, Archie, and Copy. But he's gonna be first up over on this team. Holy moly! As a Frost Mage? Not as a Hunter? What is going on? And we got Nightmares with a donut. Yo, can we get a hashtag Nightmares in chat? For the mustache. Yo, can we get a hashtag boys Nightmares in the chat for the wonderful, beautiful dono donating a mustache in the chat? Appreciate ya. And actually, what's his go? Hey, I like your mustache. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yo, VAR gonna be first up versus Valen. Starting Valen. Almost like Valen, like the leader of the Draenei, but not quite. Not quite. Sniper shot in the opener for Valen. Trying to go for the big aim shot. Almost got that. Oh, he actually almost got that shot off. But looks like VAR, even with the sniper shot, was able to get max range. Valen starting off with a Necrolord. Static Totem is going to get him caught. It's going to be VAR jumping in with the pets. It's going to be pets actually knocked back for a second as Valen did not focus down the totem just yet. The Static Totem. But he did get a knockback and jumped around VAR enough in order to be able to get the maximum dodge effect to it. Gonna be explosive shot onto VAR. Looks like one of the ghosts actually disappeared. Big explosion to VAR, does go for the wall. And Valen tried to go for a double tap rapid fire. Looks like it's gonna be a bit of a defensive for Valen. Having to go for Turtle Shell with Exhilaration. VAR out in the open, flesh crafted, seeing Valen with a turtle. Knows he's not gonna come out of it to interrupt. And looks like VAR is actually immune to the bind completely. I thought he got hit by binding shot for a second, but looks like he's gonna be frozen out. Valen tried to get a line of sight, gonna be rapid fire. VAR has himself a full fleshcraft available. Valen tried to see if they can maybe get a aim shot in between. Scatter shot. It looks like Valen just trying to get out of there. The Ghost is doing quite a bit of damage. Alien Blast connects. That's gonna be Primordial. Big lightning bolt. Valen actually gonna blast it out from range, and VAR charging in, and it's gonna take him down. Valen does have the cheat death with the armor. Might be able to maybe get some damage to VAR. Maybe get him low enough. Potentially. Double explosion. Triple explosion maybe? Looks like they do go down. Trying to make the most that they could with the damage they had. In the end, had to go for a little bit of that cheat death from the Yrmir Soulbind. VAR is going to be up next versus Copyfin. Is Copyfin playing Necrolord as well? Or the event tier? I don't remember. I think Copyfin last time was Venthier, but maybe the Totem, maybe the Kyrian Tabard says something. Maybe that's what they're playing. Static Totem coming down for VAR. And that's actually going to be double Earth Elemental for both of the Shamans. Copyfin taking a bit of damage at the start. VAR getting the Ghost is in. Copyfin is playing the Ascendance build, while VAR is playing the Ellie Shaman build. Ellie Wolves. Big Lightning Bolts and Ellie Blast on the Copy. He's going to have to pop a wall, missing the Thunder versus VAR. So if they were trying to go for a stun, still lands a stun. That is going to be big Chain Harvest, big Ascendance to follow. VAR trying to create some line of sight immediately, and this is where Copy just needs to make sure they have line of sight of VAR. Needs to catch up to him, trying to sprint after him, and VAR is just super speedy. Copyfin does end up catching up a little bit. The Wind Strikes do come through, but they're not doing the most damage they ever could. If Copyfin is playing the Wind Fury Totem, then they definitely need to make sure Wind Fury Totem is out during their burst, like the Doom wins. Unless Shamans are going to play something different next patch for PvP. Which maybe what the tier said, they'll go for more Storm Strikes? Potentially. Copyfin taking a bit of a beating. Ellie blasted to Primordial. Maybe big Lightning Bolts out of VAR. Does go for a Lightning Bolt. Copyfin is sitting about half his health, but as long as they have mana, they'll be A-okay. VAR trying to go for a Hex, getting interrupted. And it's a freebie Fleshcraft for him. He's just perfect tanked up, got himself plenty of health to work with, could just use all that Maelstrom for Lightning Bolts, all that Maelstrom for damage. Copyfin having to play a bit defensive, using their Maelstrom and mana for healing, where VAR can just use Maelstrom offensively without having to spend mana. Lightning Bolt costs like nothing. Either no mana cost or like very, very little. Trick out of VAR in between all those CC, gets him with a stun anyway. Copyfin got himself a setup. VAR does go for a big heal. Copyfin brings his health back down low with that Chain Harvest. Going to be sundered with a stun onto Copy. Alien Blast, maybe with a Lightning Bolt. Does VAR get to finish here? Big Lightning Bolt available. Copyfin does go for a Battle Match Trinket. Give himself a little bit more survivability as VAR unleashes the full lightning elements upon him. VAR has plenty of self-heal. Copy, kind of low. It's going to be Ghost Rules on him. Does have a wall for this, but still super low health. Needs Maelstrom, needs mana, but oh, VAR does end up slamming down the Storm Strike. And holy moly, is going to be up next as a Frost Mage trying to go for a couple of Frost Bolts on the Totem. I think building up for Icicles. I think we haven't really seen a Frost Mage in the duels ever. Or at least in Shadowlands in a long, long while. I think last time it was Seavark really trying to pop off. Holy moly does pick up a little bit of damage, trying to go for Frostbolt, playing that Necrolord, so they do have a triple shield with the Fleshcraft. Interrupted on Frost. That's going to be mirror images up with the Deathborn up next. Away for VAR to Interrupted. Trying to go for Frostbolts versus VAR. Do they get the biggest damage? Trying to go for the biggest setup. Blizzard coming down, and holy moly just needs a little bit more damage. Needs to go for the big Frostbolts back to back to VAR. Gonna get Interrupted on Frost, and that's going to be big Ellie Blast by VAR. Holy moly got himself ultra time. He's going to be able to reverse a lot of this damage. Trying to blast out VAR if possible. Frostbolt's doing a bit of damage. And holy moly though is stuck inside of this inside of the Static Totem. Still holding on to the Ice Form, holding on to their Deathborn for now. Quick flash cut to catch up a little bit of healing. VAR playing the Shaman does have the advantage versus Mages, where he can just strip them off their shields. And holy moly is playing the triple shield Lego. VAR looks like he's going to be a one in the Deathborn form completely. He doesn't give him a totem to hit, but he's trying to avoid the Deathborn as best as possible. Especially with holy moly, he does more damage the more he Frostbolts. It's going to be yet another Frostbolt as VAR is hit with a Root. That is going to be a spells shattering for holy moly. Dropping down Frozen Orb with Blizzards, keeping VAR out in the open, keeping him slow. The Ghosters are on holy moly. Needs to get triple shield up and running. It's going to be another Ice Form as they try to get himself a bit more damage. Needs to go. Actually, Juke, it looks like maybe Juke can interrupt from VAR. Thunder. VAR does have interrupt back up. Holy moly, just trying to see if they can blast out into VAR. Might have to Ice Bug this. And that's going to be the Ice Block. As the Alien Blast comes out, might have been actually a good idea to the Ice Block there, because the Alien Blast could have been really, really deadly. It's going to be able to go for a reset, get himself a second Ice Block if they need to. I am really, really interested to see how Frost Mage is playing for PvP. I'm really hoping they're going to be in a better spot at 9-2. Double Legos and everything. Hopefully it'll be good for them. Frostbolts into VAR, got him some triple shield. VAR with Ghostos, strip away all those shields from holy moly. Drop it down Frozen Orb with Blizzard. VAR is just slow to almost near permanent crawl. Holy moly with the ultra time, trying to give himself a little bit more heal to war with. Looks like Ice Block needs to cancel the ultra time. As long as he cancels, oh no, that's what I meant. Because the ultra time will put him back to where the health was, and then we're getting so much healing, so much recovery from Ice Block. But they need to cancel ultra time to make sure they don't go back to lower health bar. VAR continuing to blast him out. Holy moly, got himself so many opportunities for Ice Form. Gonna be a stun into holy moly. Actually immune to it with the Ice Form. They get interrupted for a second. Needs to go for the biggest Frostbolts versus VAR. Just a little bit more damage. Does get the flurry and everything. This is more frostbolt damage, just a little bit more. VAR actually loading up a full lightning bolt. It does no damage without any maelstrom, but he does get one rolling. Holy moly, with his shortest amount, the smallest amount of flesh scout available to get himself bolstered. Frostbolt's actually starting to do a bit of damage. The LE Blaster just stripping him off of shields completely. VAR is slow to a crawl with that blizzard and the frozen orb. Holy moly, continuing to frostbolt him when they can, but they keep getting disrupted, keep getting interrupted. I think it's going to be over. Man, that's just too hard to counter. With Enhancement Shaman who could just remove all of your burst, all of your damage, all of your shields. Actually, they can't remove the burst anymore, can they? Ice Form and Icy Veins can no longer be dispelled in PvP. Actually, in general, right? Can no longer be dispelled. Maybe just in PvP. Huh. Gonna be a stun with a Fate Transfusion into VAR. VAR taking a lot of damage. It's gonna be a trinket as Arky is gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can blast him out. Shaman versus Shaman. That's gonna be both of them playing that elemental focus build, except one is a Necrolord with big lightning bolts, and the other has the big Fate Transfusion, the massive drain. Earth Elemental is joining in, clashing out in the middle as Arky sends an LE Blast over into VAR. The mana for both of them does look pretty good. The Arky actually tricking it out of the Hex, letting the Hex go through. He will not interrupt that Hex at all. He just will let it happen. VAR trying to back up out of there, using a lot of Maelstrom offensively, even though he should be worrying about his health. Arky's walking to this duel with full mana, and VAR is a little bit behind, just a little bit. Arky with the wall, as it looks like VAR is maybe starting to turn this around, and that's going to be a wall for VAR as well. Trying to land another Hex into Arky, no way out, so VAR should be able to get himself a freebie Flesh Scout. I feel like at this point Arky should just interrupt, just so at least he can keep generating Maelstrom. Let VAR get a Flesh Scout, but at least generate Maelstrom off of him, because otherwise in a Hex you don't do anything at all. I feel like it's worth, honestly. I know it's like not perfect. It's a tight situation, like he's gonna get Flesh Scout either way, but I think it's better to interrupt it just so you can at least keep slamming damage in, at least generate Maelstrom, and maybe put him behind afterwards. VAR getting him with the Sunder, with the Sun Totem, Fate Transfusion. I think it might be over him. Wait, I think his Ghost was helpful with the damage, but Arky does slam him down with Storm Strike either way. Taking him out of there. Bellator is up next, as it was actually VAR just battling the three boys over in Team 1 back to back for at least 10 minutes. Look at that man go. Look at that man hold down for his team. Can Arky bring it back for his team though? Team 1 needs a miracle in order to get through Kiosko, Licorice, Cerex, as well as Bellator. And Arky just might be able to do it. I believe Ice Form can be dispelled. Can it? Wait, okay, so Icy Veins cannot be dispelled, but Ice Form can? Are you sure? Chat, are we sure? I need a confirmation on that one, because you might be right. Maybe it works for Icy Veins, but not for Ice Form. Maybe the Ice Form is like, well, it's a minute CD. That's really short, so we'll make that one dispellable. I need to test it myself. Bellator popping up with Enrage Regen, needs himself offensives and defensives. That's going to be a wall for Arky, but he can't really go anywhere. Reflect up for Bellator so he can deal with whatever magic damage he can. That's going to be Arky unable to go anywhere at all. That trinket on top of Bellator too. It's just not letting Arky do anything. A big explosion, and if it crits, it does even more damage with that spear being down. And Bellator just recovering a ton of health after being so low. Quick disarmament to Arky, but as if he needs weapon. He has all that maelstrom to keep casting. Gonna be a quick trick. And Bellator getting drained for transfusion. Does not go for the interrupt. Definitely probably should have. Just interrupted. Ghost was joining in. That's so many wolves. Look at Arky. He has like at least 3 wolves at a moment. And just trying to see if he might be able to get over to Bellator. Does he have the Maelstrom? Maybe finish him off with the LE Blast. Bellator taking all those ghosts back behind the pillar, and it's getting a lot of heal recovery. Arky does slam him down with the LE Blast, but he just doesn't get the crit he needs. And Bellator looks like he might have stabilized for a little bit. 40% into this dampening as we're getting into that 12-minute mark very, very soon. Sunder into Bellator. Zerka rages out of it just to break himself out of the Sunder effect. And it's going to go for a leap, reflect, but at no health whatsoever. And Arky just comes by, whacks him down into the ground, and heads behind the pillar immediately. Who's going to be up next? Is it Kiosko? Looks like Kiosko is going to be up next as a Necrolord. I wonder what Lego this man is playing, because I don't think Kiosko plays the defensive Lego at all. I don't think he plays Faint Death on live. I know he only plays Chakram, but I don't know if he plays anything else. I could be wrong though. Kiosko with a full flesh cut walking into this duel. Arky got Ghost Wolves in there immediately, and it's going to start generating a bit of Maelstrom. Looks like he's trying to catch up to Kiosko while kiting the pet at the same time. He's definitely going to need to get some kind of CC chain to Kiosko with a Fate Transfusion. Big damage out of Kiosko. Arky actually finds himself super extremely low in health. What is going on? Kiosko actually just destroyed him. Huh? What just happened? Yo, survival hunters are beefy, bro. They're beefcakes. What was that burst? I think that was just I gotta review that. I feel like I spaced so hard. Steel trap into ice trap onto that incubus. As Kreisbet trying to create himself some line of sight away from Kioska, dropping down the Inferno with a quick fear onto Kioska. Oh no! Oh, the bug happened. The bug happened. No! Kioska was perma-stunned. So there's a bug over on the PTR where when you drop an Inferno on somebody, there's a chance you'll just be perma-stunned. It works in both PvP, like arenas, but it also works in dungeons. I remember doing a key with McGildies the other day, and one of them dropped an Infernal on a big trash pack inside of the maze of Tyrannus side. We did some cheese where we grabbed a bunch of them. He dropped an Infernal, and we're like, all right, we're ready for them to start casting, and they just constantly see like, are they broken? I had to tell them about the bug. That's annoying. That is annoying. Yo, Kioska just got cheated. And it's not even Kreisbad's fault. Like, when you get stunned by the Infernal, that's nothing Kreisbad can do. He just drops an Infernal. It just has a chance to just be perma. I don't know why. Big Chaos Bolt into Licorice Paw. I think it was a double Chaos Bolt. As Licorice finds himself at literally half health, trying to go for a bit of damage. Kreisbad just sneaking in around the corner just to get whatever damage he can. Greater Fate actually somehow did not get immune for the Mortal Coil. I guess maybe Mortal Coil got hit before the Greater Fate came out. Gonna be a stun onto the Licorice, and Kreisbad has pretty big Incinerate saved up right now. Licorice Paw with a PI wants to go for big damage. Gonna be banished onto the Mindbender, and Licorice just trying to waddle over to Kreisbad. Kreisbad knows that Licorice has a lot of damage available. That is a PI. Going to be a Succubus CC, Incubus CC rather, with the Seduction. And Kreisbad goes behind the pillow with a Flash Scout, avoiding Licorice as best as they can, especially during those CDs. Licorice better have some CDs rolling himself too. That's going to be Kyrian Birth potentially. Needs to get all dots on Kreisbad. Trying to go to a Vampiric Touch. Going to be full Void Eruption. Trying to get Horror Effects on Kreisbad. Kreisbad trying to avoid the eruptions. Is going to be able to dance around them. Licorice might need to go for Sounds of Kreisbad. Is going to get the Void Bolts back in there. Back to back. Kreisbad swap it out. Best to get interrupted the Licorice. But he got so many Instincts right now. Great Effect real quickly just to keep doing the damage. That's going to be Quick Fear on the Kreisbad. Maybe Kreisbad can set up for something big. Incinerate's coming out. Is it going to be big damn? Incinerate's actually doing a bit of a burn. Licorice Paw behind the pillar with a Shadowman. The pet cannot interrupt him just yet. It doesn't have the good line of sight. So, yeah, Kreisbad, I think, is either having to send the pet in or send the pet back out. Licorice has a lot of damage still ready. This man's could go full-blown Kyrian, and that could do a ton of damage, give him so much insta-cast. Shadow Crusher around the corner, Kreisbad mounts up. Licorice recovers a bit of health with self-heals that Kreisbad just doesn't have. Heading into that 15-minute mark, Kreisbad is behind on health, and any health he loses, he can't regain it as easily as Licorice could at least stand there and heal himself. It'll take a couple of casts this late into the duel, but at least he can do it. Kreisbad just doesn't have the potential, and looks like he just lost his empowered Incinerates. Quick Mortal Coil into Licorice, setting up a Fear, maybe big damage afterwards. I think he wants to go for a big cancel. Does he have the double bolt right now? Might be double bolt right here. Licorice does not take a lot of damage with the Disperse. Just seems mounted enough on the kite, walking towards Kreisbad. No perma stun this time, so Licorice at least gets an opportunity to play the game. Get interrupted. Buddha the Ascended, chasing after Kreisbad, not letting him do anything at all. Just kind of circling around him. Kreisbad with a wall, trying to go for Incinerates versus Licorice. Licorice with a Greater Fade, trying to get a heal in between. Maybe Kreisbad takes a bit of damage. Gonna be silenced with a full Void Eruption. Kreisbad and Bounce Spot, having to dodge all these eruptions. Looks like he's able to do so. Gonna be a board behind the pillar, trying to go for Shadow Fury for Licorice. Avoids him somehow. Licorice with the stun to Kreisbad. Does he end up taking him out? Wait, oh my god, this could be anyone's steal right now. Licorice with the execute. Oh! Kreisbad just kept it cool and collected for as long as he could. And Licorice actually went for the execute at the end, which I think might have killed him. He did go for Shadow Ward Death, hoping to do enough damage to Kreisbad since he is low. That thing didn't crit. And Shadow Ward Death will attempt to kill the enemy, but if he doesn't, it comes back for you afterwards. Succubus CC onto Cyrilix immediately. Kreisbad is getting an opportunity to get a Chaos Bolt or two. I'm not sure if it was a double bolt or whatever. Might have been. Mortal Coil quickly onto Cyrilix. Drink it out of the Hunter. Stun to Kreisbad. Has to drink it for it. Does have Dark Pact as well. Is going to be porting out of there. Next time the Hunter Peg gets over to him, he is going to have to go for Dark Pact. Looks like he's trying to beckon the Succubus back over. Cyrilix actually putting pressure onto the Succubus. Kreisbad is getting an opportunity to go for Instacast, even get an Immolate onto Cyrilix. Succubus is down. Does Kreisbad have a Fell Dominant to summon a fresh one? He is trying to go for a normal cast, but he has to go for the long-term cast. Does Cyrilix go into a camo? He does go for Feign Death, but he doesn't get a camo. The Incubus joins in. Kreisbad might have to pick up the eye for Cyrilix unless he doesn't camo at all. I don't think he's gonna. But Ceralex is going to turn the attention onto the Incubus, get the pet to taunt it, trying to see if he can kill it real quick. Cry's pulling that pet back. Maybe Shadow Fury around the corner. Does land it. Cataclysm is going to connect with Ceralex. At least he's got a dot rolling on him. Turtle Shell out really early. But he kind of has to. Feign Death to remove the dots again, trying to deal damage to the Succubus. Grenades, as well as the kill shot, does a lot of deeps. And Crysbit now without a pet. Does get a felt them to summon a new one though. So Ceralex is again just either to take down the pet or just focus on Crysbit. He's in a situation where it's going to be lose-lose unless he does something. Going to be a quick Succubus seduction unless he has a trinket. Does have a pet sack. Crysbit with a big cannonball. Is that going to be enough for Ceralex? Does drop a big cannonball, couple of misses, and does take him out. Oh! This man is literally floating. What a god. Dude, the Crysbit just come back with the 3-0. Bro, oh my goodness. Crysbit, my man. Dude, that duel between you and the Shadow Priest was close. Both of you played insane. Both of you are insane caster players, dude. It was so clutch. Oh my god. Crysbit, you could have died if that man just crit, if with anything. If one ability crit there, that was over. That was so good. That was a long one though, but that was so good. Let's get another duel up and running, boys. Casper, do you have a group? Let me know. We'll get you up in here immediately. Bro, that was so good, chat. Oh, that was amazing. I love duels like these, man. When they're so clutch, just makes your ass clench the whole time. I love that. My favorite. What's the name of the actual song? I can get you a mix. I can get you a link to our mix. But as the song that I played just now, I have no idea. But see, said with bombs, yo, it's huge. Yeah, tier sets are a lot if you guys want to do it. If I'm ready, but one of the hunter swap characters is cool. Yo, this guy, you're my favorite. I like that you're playing Kyrian. Yeah, dude, that put it ascended. The fact that it's arcane is just nutty. I'm lead now. Are you lead for Casper team? 5? Okay, I'm gonna guess you're lead for Casper team. Yo, I want to see that man pop off with Kyrian more. Keep trying at it, my guy. I really want to see it work. Holy dude, if you're playing Frost, that was fun to see. I don't know if Frost works well against the Enhanced Shaman, but I wonder how Frost works overall. I like you guys try new stuff. I like watching you guys try new stuff. Добро пожаловать на пир, братья. Кто из вас станет первым блюдом? I think he said, welcome to the pier. I think pier. I don't know what pier is, but welcome to the pier. Maybe like not the pier, like the water one, but he said, welcome to the pier. Who's going to be the first meal? Something along those lines. That's as close as I can get it. Yo, Century of Chicago, let's get you guys in here. Belcher will get your team up next very, very soon. Just don't you worry. We'll get you guys back in there. Nice sketch. What's up, Batty? How you doing, my guy? Hope you have a good one. Hunter God mode. Yo, Hunter did really well too. Don't get me wrong. Like, everybody played really, really well. Dude, I enjoyed this. This isn't your 1v1 mode? No, Z-Wayne. This is not like an official sanctioned WoW 1v1 mode. This isn't solo queue. Yeah, this isn't solo queue. This is just something we do on this channel. We get the boys in here that are interested in doing duels, doing 5v5 1v1 style. Get 5 boys in one team, 5 boys in the other, and they kind of battle each other Pokemon style. They do a slash roll in their team to find out who's going first, who's going last. And yeah, to find out who's going to be first, who's going to be last, and they'll fight each other 1v1. And the idea is you can try to manage your cooldown so you can fight the first person in front of you, but so you're prepared for the next dudes after you, and seeing just how many you can get back to back. PTR, yep. PTR right now. Doing decent PTR. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another up and running, yeah? Let's get another duel up and running, boys. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Christbad. On that team, we got Valen, we got ourselves Valen, we got ourselves Holy Moly, we got Copyfin and Arky gonna be first up versus what looks like Jesus. On the team, we got Slushes going Fire Mage, we got Lazy Purr as a Pharaoh, G-Funk over on the Hunter, and we got Chicago Zug, all green. We got Stun Onto Jesus, AMS for the Fetch Fusion, actually basically immune to Fetch Fusion. Got himself the Grippy Hand versus Arky, 20% more damage from the Grippy Hand as he's going for a wall. Full stuns, full slows into Arky, trinkets out of it as the Army of the Dead joins in on the fight, and Jesus actually just gonna blast it out. What just happened? What just happened to that man's? Lazyport charging out Kyrian burst versus Arky from one unholy DK army to the biggest bleeds ever from Lazyport. Arky's just under a ton of pressure within the first minute of the duel. Survive the first one, can it survive the next one? Big bleeds, looks like they're starting to wane off, and Lazyport just continuing to bring in the back-to-back bites, trying to keep the pressure rolling versus Arky. Quick sunder, no stun to follow, as Arky does get himself a bit of a breather. Needs to get himself Ghost Duels up and running. Is getting Ghost Duels very, very soon. So that's going to be at least a consistent source of Maelstrom generation. Using Maelstrom for early blast versus Lazy Bird should be worried about his own health, but maybe seeing Lazy Bird without any more Tiger's Lust and not any more Berserk, he's like, you know what? I think the pressure might be off me for a second, but maybe got too comfortable. Quick main by Lazy. Archie recovering so much health in a single global. That is so much. Oh my god. Lazy Bird trying to keep the pressure onto the Shaman. He just got a power shift just to get the slows off of him. And Archie just tried to play it out to slow and steady. Slow and steady was raised. Got himself a stun to Lazy Bird. He's going to avoid it as the Sunder doesn't connect. And Lazy Bird got himself big Kyrian, massive bites, pretty big bleeds into Archie, who's going to go for a heal as well as a wall just to reduce and dampen some of the damage of the bleeds. Trying to go for a hex with a Lazy Bird, I think trying to get an interrupt out of him. But he knows he's not going to get a kick out of him, right? He can't even be hexed. Literally can't be hexed. He can't be touched. That spell. Quick movement to Archie. Lazy Bird does not have the Kyrian burst just yet, but he does at least get himself a bit of calm points built up. Maybe keeping the dot pressure onto Archie. Get himself Thorns. Archie is popping into Ghost Wolves. Could go purging Thorns and try to maybe get more Maelstrom onto Lazy, but between the bleeds, the Thorns, and the back-to-back bites, looks like Archie had to play it a little bit defensive. I wonder if Lazy Bird still has a trinket, because that next night, oh, huge Ellie Blast. What was that? Archie just sets up a massive Ellie Blast. I guess that thing crit really, really hard out of nowhere. But Lazy Bird did take a bit of a damage there. Kind of out of random moments of burst, random bouts of burst. Archie is going to be dropping the big Ellie Wolves, trying to get a stun to Lazy Bird. Is going to get it. 9 features fusion on top of it. Lazy trinkets out of it. Goes for a skull bash and the Ellie Blast meets him right after with a storm strike. Lazy under a ton of pressure, trying to go for self heals with their healing, with their rest affinity, trying to get as much as heals as he can. Just going for rejuice spam and back to back. But this man is just trying to, he's just not able to recover easily. Looks like he does get himself a swift mend off, so at least he got himself a little bit of healing from it. And that's going to be Ghostos joining back in for Archie. Quick, Kyrian, Berserk is back up. Archie under a bit of pressure. War Step to follow. Lots of CC. Big Bites does get himself a massive heal with a wall to follow. Lazy with that Berserk. The Berserk with the tier set 4-piece gives you a massive bleed on everybody around you. A huge bleed. And as you spend calm points into finishers, you also get the cooldown reduction on your Berserk. So as Lazy Bird goes for the back-to-back bites, as he refreshes the bleeds, as he does all these things, he actually gets cooldown reduction on Berserk, so you get to use them more often. It's more or less a 2-minute cooldown in PvP if you're really aggressive with your calm point spending. It looks like that's exactly what Lazy Bird's trying to do. Back-to-back bites onto Archie. But so far, Archie has been able to survive, and Lazy Bird has been able to recover from the Shaman's burst. We're hitting that 4-minute mark very, very soon, boys. Very, very soon. So Dampening at the 5-minute mark is going to get really, really wicked hard. Going to be full transfusion with a massive blast from the Ellie Blast, but Lazy Bird did have himself in rage, or frenzied regen, emergency healing as his health dips low, so he was able to recover quite well. Quick movement to Archie with the big Kyrian burst, trying to go for the back-to-back bites, building the calm points, trying to go for the back-to-back finishers. Archie is able to keep himself afloat with all that abundance of Maelstrom and plenty of mana too, in order to keep himself chugging along, trying to get some heals in between, but under Maelstrom in it. He's like at 4 or 3 stacks of Maelstrom. He should be going for the 5 stacks in order to maximize the output of his healing, because if he does a cast like 3 Maelstrom, it's only like a little effective, but if he does a 5 Maelstrom, it's instant, and it's even more effective. Archie on a bit of a back foot, trying to stay away from Lazy as best as he can, but you can't outrun a Feral. Sunder onto Lazy, doesn't have a stun totem to follow, needs Maelstrom, just doesn't have enough of it. Continues to get heals into himself without getting Maelstrom, but that's going to be bad for his mana because he's not getting the most value for mana spent. Lazy trying to back up out of there. Only 30 seconds left on the Berserk, so the next Berserk go could be deadly, and now Dampening finally rolling in. If Lazy gives himself a perfect situation, perfect opportunity versus Archie, then he's going to be in a good spot, but Lazy finds himself at about half health. Fate Transfusion for Archie, trying to go for a stun into Lazy. He just was able to avoid it completely, so Lazy does get a cooldown of Archie. Won't be worrying about that Night Fate Transfusion for at least a minute 30. Lazy taking a bit of damage from his Ellie Blast though. Ghost is back in. Maim onto Archie. Does he go for the big bleed? He does technically have the biggest damage here. He might have to wait until the next stun. Looks like he's just gonna send it. Full stun with a War Step. Big bites at Archie as he pops off a wall. And Lazy just trying to see if he can bite right through the defenses of Archie. That wall is keeping him afloat, spending all that mana for healing. But now he's drained for a little bit. Got plenty of Maelstrom in order to get some Ellie Blasts in. But at this point, he's just recuperating mana. And Lazy Bird's Berserk just falls off. Is the pressure from the Feral going to be enough to topple over Archie? because the mana is kind of low. Got himself the Earth Shield, so the healing should be amped up. Maim, Archie gets opportunity to at least not spend mana on abilities. He gives himself a little bit of mana recovery. Massive heal at 8% dampening though, so he does recover quite a bit. Ghosts are in. Big Storm Strikes onto Lazy. He does go for Thorns. Archie does not want to hit into Thorns. That just free damage for Lazy, so he has to avoid them. And the Ghosts will at least generate a bit of Maelstrom by themselves, so he can at least kind of keep himself up without necessarily having to build Maelstrom off of Lazy while the Thorns are up. But Archie again puts himself in a tight situation. Stun into Lazy. Does go for Transfusion. Gonna be Trinket with an interrupt, but Lazy Per trying to make sure he doesn't die to that Fate Transfusion. He was kind of low on health. He felt like he needed to go for a reset there. And that's going to be Archie sitting down and actually just drinking for mana. He doesn't even go for food, he just goes for mana. Carrying burst out of Lazy. Archie has to get an answer for this. That's going to be a lot of bursts out of Lazy Per, trying to see if he can outrun him. Maim, does Lazy Per have enough comp points for a bite? Wall might be enough to keep Archie afloat. Got himself a little bit of mana. Needs more Maelstrom in order to get himself topped off. Looks like he is able to recover for now. And Lazy Per trying to go for a Cyclone. He is going to get interrupted if Archie is fast enough. Lazy does not play a Necrolord, so for him, if he wants to go for a Cyclone just to make sure that Archie can't heal, that's the only thing he can really do. But he's likely to get interrupted. Berserk up for Lazy Per in about 30 seconds. Archie does not have a wall for 50 more seconds. Wait, if Lazy is aggressive enough with comp point spending, he might be able to get the big bleed where Archie will not have a wall. There's going to be opportunity for Lazy here. Could be big. Archie under a ton of pressure. Dampening, rolling up a little by little. 45 seconds on that wall. But Lazy is getting his Berserk in just 13 seconds. Actually could be faster if he spends some calm points. 5 seconds. He's going to have Target Sphere coming up with it. Archie could be under a ton of pressure if only he knew the amount of damage that's about to come out. If Lazy goes for a big Maim, this could be huge. Sunder, that's going to be, oh, maybe he'll turn it around. Oh, Archie just turned it around. Lazy just had himself the perfect setup. No wall for Archie for a while. He could have just ended him, but Archie with the Sunder, the Stun Totem, and the Fate Transfusion just drained them all. What a turnaround. G-Funk charging in as a Necrolord. Big explosions onto Archie. A G-Funk not giving Archie a moment to recover. The chakra continued to spin around him. Can't really stop that thing. It's just bug spinning. G-Funk with full cooldowns. Archie does get a wall for this. Whatever mana left over, he's trying to use that. But with this stun, I think G-Funk honestly just might have him. He's just trying to get himself a couple more Raptor Strikes in. Quick Feint Death Thunder by Archie. Tries to go for a heal. At least disrupts G-Funk for just a moment. Does Archie recover? No way. No way. Archie had no mana whatsoever. Does he just turn around to G-Funk? He just did it to the Feral. He's not going to do it again, right? He's not going to do it again. Earth Elemental join in though, so that's going to give Archie a little bit more wall to work with. Death Chakram is going to go for a big explosion. With the Earth Elemental being there, it is going to activate for double explosion. So Archie sees 2 explosions instead of 1. G-Funk taking a bit of damage. The Elite Blast did quite a bit. I think G-Funk tried to drop down a trap or a grenade trinket. The new Cosmic Grenade next to Archie, but couldn't quite pin him into all those explosions. Freezing Trap onto Earth Elemental. G-Funk get himself a Feint Death with a bit of defensive. That's actually going to be quite a big shield. Where is he getting the shield from? Did he flesh cuff just now? I think he might have flesh cuffed it. Going to be Fate Transfusion for Archie. Trying to maybe get whatever damage he can versus G-Funk. Maybe a little bit healing stun. Trinket for Archie. Thunder to G-Funk. G-Funk's low. Elite Blast gets him super low. G-Funk actually could go down. Wait, the wolves are no longer attacking him. Just needs a bit of damage. Lightning Bolt. Oh! No way. He actually did turn it around. Are you kidding me? What is going on with Chicago Zug being I like the fist weapons. Oh, I kind of like the savage look. I like the savage mug actually. What is going on here? That looks good. Hey, dude, look at those boots. Why are they so wide? But Chicago is going to be up next versus Archie. At least giving him a bit of an opportunity for a reset, for cooldowns, for everything. And it's giving him as much of an honor duel as possible. Archie with the slash kiss. Yo, Archie's in love, bro. Yo, Archie. Yo, if Archie drops down here, we know he did it on purpose, dude. If Archie dies here, we know he did it on purpose. Walling this off, and Chicago getting some damage in, and Chicago also getting some damage from Archie as well. With Archie walling off early, it actually could put him behind. Chicago's still holding on to a wall. He's using a new PvP trinket. I believe that just gives you absorb to magic damage only on like a 3-minute cooldown. But I think it's a 3-minute CD for a minute duration. And I think that's all it does, like a defensive anti-magic trinket, which is interesting. It's literally AMS on a 3-minute CD though. I think. I could be wrong. Arky taking a bit of damage to Chicago. It's having to go for a lot of self-healing as they are running out of mana immediately. 11 minutes in the duel, 1 damage off as Arky gets some pressure. Hex coming now, that's going to be a freebie flash cap. And Arky this time just lets the Hex happen so you can generate more Maelstrom versus Chicago. And is going to back up out of there while Chicago has a 20% damage reduction after channeling flash cap for a little bit. And Arky just looking for a bit of reset, trying to get himself some more resources, some more mana, some more health, just trying to let passively recover. As Arky and Ghost Wolf, when you just sit there, as long as you run the right Spectral Wolves PvP talent, or Spectral Spirits, basically it's a PvP talent where when you sit in Ghost Wolf, you generate percentage of your health every 2 seconds, I think 2%, which is pretty good if you just sit there in AFK. Chicago dropping in the Ghost Raptors, Arky actually turning around and making Chicago turn around and go behind the pillar. But the Chicago was looking like they were going for birds, still spending a lot of their mana just to make sure they're topped off. Arky walking into this full bar of mana, so he can control whether he wants to mana defensively or offensively. Chicago has to play his defensively for a little bit while they don't have a wall for a moment. Does get himself a slime shield for a second. More Ghost Wolves out for Arky. Chicago is playing the LE Wolves as well. Quick Thunder onto Arky just to break away. The Wolves are going to be joining in from one side while Arky is trying to see if he can pincer maneuver Chicago from the other angle. And Chicago trying to also do the same thing that Arky did, trying to sit in Ghost Raptor form or rather Ghost Wolf form. Ghost Spirit? I feel like it should be called Animal Spirit Wolf or form, or like Spirit form for Shamans, because there's so many different spirits now. You could be a fox, you could be a wolf, you could be a raptor. Big Patriots fusion onto Chicago. Does get a quick wind shear onto Arky as they don't sit stuns long at all. Arky just needs a little bit more here to press Chicago. Chicago has a full bar of health, but not a lot of mana. Arky was actually the other way around. He didn't have a lot of health, but a full bar of mana. So Chicago, I think, has to play defensively, where Arky can choose what he wants to do with his mana. He can get a little bit more aggressive sometimes. Wall out for Chicago. Arky gonna back it up out of there. Notices that Chicago is low. Wants to close in. Maybe land the X. He could get in a Storm Strike from what looked like a mile away. I don't even know how they're connected. Spirit form or soul shape form is available for Arky. Might be able to catch up. Chicago going in for flash cut. Maybe can interrupt it at the last second. Doesn't even go for the interrupt. Chicago got the Raptors in. Arky might be under pressure right now. Has the wall if he needs to. Actually looks like it's Ghost Wolves for Arky. How does Arky have Ghost Wolves so often as he does? I'm actually surprised. Actually impressed. How does he have Ghost Wolves as often as he does? Chicago finds himself super low. Could be down and done here right now. One more Storm Strike by Arky and it could be over. Chicago barely any health. Earth Elemental not making things easier. 53% dampener, not giving opportunity to catch up in healing whatsoever. And Arky looking to get himself just a little bit of line of sight on Chicago just to end it right there. Both of them were so low. Both of them got no mana. But somehow Arky just has permanent Ghost Wolves. Just keep sending Wolves over to Chicago. Getting the Maelstrom. Letting Wolves do damage to Chicago's health bar. Because Wolves actually do a bit of damage by themselves. Chicago spent all that Maelstrom healing. Arky kind of had half his health, but he's playing very dangerously, trying to go for a favorite solution, get interrupted on nature, could be in a bad spot. Sunder with a stun, missing, and they blast into Chicago. Chicago's trying to see if they can end it right here. Can they do it? Both of them are super low. Wall for Chicago might be the advantage that they need. Arky has no health whatsoever. Does Chicago end it? Oh, Chicago actually does do it. Oh, and holy moly, Ice lands him out of there. Yo, Chicago shutting down Arky after he had a hell of a game, just getting himself from so low health, coming back in little by little. Jesus, my goodness. Slashes is going to be up next. Got himself triple shield Lego and is playing Fire Mage. Holy moly, stealing all the buffs off of Slushies. Is Holy moly still playing triple? Yeah, they are. They just stole the buffs from Slushies. That's what they did. Frost Mage versus Fire. Which one of these two is going to end up being the winner? And I wonder how many of them actually play in the tier sets too. Honestly, might be worth it. This is so much Zugzug dab with PvP. True. Interrupting each other. I think both of them interrupt each other on their covenant abilities. Holy moly. They actually spell stolen Slushy's combustion. Trying to go for Deathborn. Slushy's trying to interrupt him with the Door of Shadows. He doesn't have combustion. Holy moly has his combustion instead. Frostbolt and Slushy's. He does have shields. Huge. Oh, what is these Frostbolts? What in the hell are these Frostbolts? Both of them ice blocking, just recovering health at 64% dampener. What are these frostbolts on a holy moly? Is that what this man was trying to do this whole time? The most giga frostbolts you've ever seen? The biggest bolts ever? He's just trying to go for a couple of frostbolts himself versus the images of Slushies. And actually, that's huge for him. Every frostbolt he casts is cleaving, or else every frostbolt adds him more damage. So it starts off with like Wild Deathborn, 15% more spell power damage, and every frostbolt adds 1%. And since they're cleaving, and since you got all this mirror images to hit, you can build it up to a 20%, 25, 30 very, very quickly. Another Frostbolt. Does he have the big go? Alter time up for slushies. And it looks like he's going to have to alter time really, really early. Holy moly, get interrupted on Frost. Slushes does get himself a little bit of damage with event here. Holy moly, with the alter time as well. Could be going back where Slushes is. If you can root him in place, he might just be able to get some pressure on him. Does get a Nova on him. Breath misses. Holy moly, going in for Frostbolt. Looks like it's going to connect. Interrupt him on the Arcane. It looks like it's going to be Holy moly activating Deathburn again. More Frostbolt. Slushies does get an interrupt again for it. How does he get another interrupt? I think he just kicked. But I guess maybe he has a conduit. I think as the conduit he's running, maybe when he gets that interrupt, he actually gets a shorter cooldown on it. Just kind of it's kind of a must-have in PvP. Like if you're going to get the kick, getting more of them out, it's probably a good idea. Slushies is waiting out until he can get full combustion back up. Playing that Ventio for PvP, at least for duels, is actually not bad at all. And he gets cooldown reduction on the mirror. He just needs to get that mirror at some point or another. So she's blinking in towards Holy. I think he's trying to go for a breath, trying to catch up to him. Dora Shot is around the corner. At least has the line inside. Holy just trying to cut him out with Frost. Slushes with a combustion. Does Holy go to spell steal it? Instead of Holy just going to go for Flash Scout. Not getting interrupted on it just yet. Nova missing it. Slushes just trying to get the most combustion damage out. And I think Slushes is playing the tier set. He has a pretty long combustion on him. It lasts longer and does burn his health, but I think it also gives him more resources, which is quite good for them. So let's just try to go for a Nova. Quick breath onto Holy moly. Trying to poly. Looks like it's going to happen. Maybe a trinket out of Holy. Looks like Flush is actually going to break the poly. Interrupting Holy moly on Frost. Or maybe Arcane is going to be the all-the-time. Mirror Torment is out. Getting interrupted on the mirrors. As Holy moly needs to get a bit more damage. Flush is actually spell stealing the buff from the Holy moly on the ice form. But it doesn't do anything for fire for him. It only buffs you Frostbolts. Holy moly with the second ice bug. The Slushy just doesn't have. And Holy does go for a bit of a reset. Man, these duels are extra long. Slush is actually making himself a snag behind the pillar. Since he's prepared for these duels to go for quite a while, Holy dropping down blizzards as well as frozen orbs, trying to chase after the Frost Mage. Or rather, the Fire Mage. Frostbolt around the corner, doesn't quite connect. Slushes does blink behind the pillar. Again, just trying to avoid him as best as he can. Blizzards around the corner, does get interrupted on Frost with a quick breath by Slushy. A Slushy has no mana whatsoever, so you can't really spell steal, can't really do much. He's regenerating some mana a little bit, but it's mostly just chilling. If Deathborn out for Holy, trying to make the most blast versus Slushes. Does he get the big proc? Huge damage. Does proc Cauteraway. Slushes does not have an ice block. If he's just going to burn himself out, and 83% dampening, Holy moly actually doesn't have blasted him out. Wait, we actually had a Frost Mage play today. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Holy moly and Archie are the only ones I get to play. Holy moly's kill though on Chicago. That was a little bit of cheese though. Just a quick ice lance. That's all it was. My goodness. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one up and running. Man, these duels are long, but let's get another one going. What do you guys think? Alright, guys. Everyone like the stream? Yo, if you guys are enjoying the stream, give it a thumbs up. I'd very much appreciate it. It helps out the channel tremendously, boys. If you're enjoying yourself and liking the duels, give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. Chicago versus Bellator. We could get you guys going, yeah. I know you got a group, but your team played twice now. I gotta get maybe Chicago and Bellator against one another. How many are we at? 20, 24, 25, 26, 27. Let's go, boys. Я должен был убить. Убил уже. Но просто сыграл в конце и умер. Неплохо сыграл. Ты сыграл нормально, Архи, ты сыграл хорошо, ну чего, не говори такое. Ты играл нормально. Ты играл нормально. Archie is like, yo, I didn't play as well at the end. I should have won that one. I'm telling him he's played just fine. Печально хотел убить 5. Oh, he wants to go for 1v5. Yo, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Alright, Bellator and Chicago, you guys are up next. Chicago and Bellator. Let's get you guys in here, yeah? Next team up and running, boys. There we are. Sorry, Chicago won at the end faster models today. Yeah, for real. It's all good. Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, there's no rules about you guys are forced to give each other honor duels or anything. Don't you worry about it whatsoever. You're not forced, man. If you guys just want to land the kill just so you can get an advantage in the next duel, perfectly understandable. Honestly, don't even worry about it, man. Don't you worry about it at all. Alrighty, boys. I saved that one, right? I hope I did. Alright, let's get another up and running, yeah? Which? I kind of want to look at these guys. I want to look at these big boys. Hold on, if you like scuttle to the side, you can move a little faster. Dude, this straight up Crexus right here. That's literally Crexus. I mean, they basically have a bunch of Crexus. Is that maybe a placeholder model and they'll get something else instead? Like a big Guardian? Or is that supposed to be like this? Because they literally look like Crexus. I thought Crexus was supposed to be dead. What is going on? Wait, is there something in Insight? Is there a face in there? No, there isn't. It's just one model. I didn't realize. Yo, these guys look awesome. Imagine being a necromancer and you summon these dudes. This is going to be like your ultimate ability. Summon this big guy to fight for you. How cool would that be? G-Funk going to be first up over on the team 1 versus Licorice Paw. Not even given an opportunity to lick his paws and get ready for the duel. Quick fear onto G-Funk as the Death Chakra. He just continues to spin. How long does that thing last for? Big PI available for Licorice. Is he trying to get some doubts on G-Funk? I don't think he has enough damage or enough range in order to catch up to G-Funk and get in there with Void Eruption. Big grenades out of G-Funk. Got a lot of range damage. Maybe on Harpoon on the corner. Looks like he doesn't go for the Harpoon just yet until a little bit later. Stun of G-Funk could shrink it out of it. Does go for the trinket. Quick muzzle into the Shadow Cast of Licorice. But Licorice looks like he's going to be A-OK for now. G-Funk getting hit with the dots. Freezing Trap sitting right next to him. Looks like he's going to get some dots on both the pets as well as G-Funk. Trying to build himself a little bit of damage of his own. And G-Funk maybe got himself a reset. Or maybe still Fleshcraft is rolling. I think he still might have Fleshcraft. Looks like his pet is still dotted, so it is going to get him out of camo. Will not be able to sit in stealth for long. And Licorice eating traps. Steel Trap and Power Trap right in front of him. And a Freezing Trap right in the corner. Getting some DPs on a G-Funk. Big explosion. And Licorice actually goes for Greater Fade. Does he have the big go? Trying to go for a hard cast interruption with Void Bolt, but it looks like it's actually going to be instead that Carrion Boon of the Ascended, trying to make some damage happen at least to the pet of G-Funk. G-Funk out in the open. Does he take big damage? Stun into Licorice Paw. And the man's might need to pop a defensive. G-Funk took a bit of damage from that Carrion. Just even a little bit. Licorice trying to see if they can recover. Get himself a little bit of health rolling. Shadow Crusher around the corner. Doesn't look like it reached G-Funk. Quick fear onto the Hunter. No trinket for G-Funk anymore. And that's going to be Void Eruption. Big damage, potentially horror bows. G-Funk does go for Feign Death for a second, avoiding all the bows completely. And try to see if he can kite Licorice Paw back behind the pillar. Death Chakram is out. Could be big burst. And Licorice Paw better have a defensive ready. Might decide to do something stun on G-Funk. Just trying to heal right through it. It looks like it's going to be Panda Racial to follow just to get himself the most amount of CC. Trying to get some dots back toward G-Funk. The quick Feign Death out of G-Funk, though, together with the Feign Death Lego, is going to have plenty of opportunity to keep rolling. Looks like there was a silence at some point from Licorice Paw way earlier, and G-Funk used that to his advantage to get himself a full flesh cap. Licorice walking forward, eating a Freezing Trap. Looks like he literally looked down. He's like, oh, a Freezing Trap. It looked like he's literally reacted to him. Actually, stepping into a Freezing Trap, like the way that he was bent over. How does that work out? How does it work? Why is that so funny? Why is it so funny? It's like it looked real. Gonna be a VT up. Licorice is sitting next to a trinket. That thing is about to explode, but he's nowhere near it. Big PI versus G-Funk. G-Funk with the Feign Death to remove the dots. Does himself big chakram versus Licorice as the disperse comes out. Licorice is trying to see if he can survive this jam, and he should be able to disperse healing him for quite a bit. PI still rolling, might be able to get a bunch of damage with G-Funk. Definitely gonna have to start putting dots into the pet, and I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. G-Funk has a Feign Death, so putting dots in G-Funk is basically impossible. Licorice might as well focus the dots at least onto the pet, so at least he has something that's dotted. That's gonna be a greater fate. Try to get himself a cast, get interrupted on Shadow, but Licorice does have himself the Carrion Boon of the Ascended. Trinkets out of the Freezing Trap just to keep things going, and is trying to blast out of G-Funk. Should be able to AoE the pet. Does get to hit G-Funk. Actually looks like he's focusing the pet quite a bit. Try to get a VT onto G-Funk, but that's gonna be Turtle. And the pet might be going down for Licorice. Braun joining in, doing a bit of healing, a bit of damage. But just more or less being a nuisance for G-Funk. Huge explosion onto Licorice. Gets super low. Got himself a lot of recovery though. Quick fear onto G-Funk. Does he have himself full eruption? He could go for the big eruption. Is going to go for it. He needs to make sure to get G-Funk into one of these eruptions. Looks like G-Funk is going to get caught in a horror. Second horror bolt after. Taking a bit of damage. Licorice taking an opportunity just to do as much jam as possible. And I think him and both the pets are dotted. Yeah, him and both the pets are dotted. And G-Funk under a ton of pressure. Can go for Feign Death, but the Mindbender is going to get hit with a Steel Trap. Can the Mindbender attack G-Funk? Flesh scuffed out for the Hunter. Licorice taking a turn attention onto the pet. Stun, but G-Funk around the corner has the grenades ready to lob in, but doesn't have the biggest burst. Licorice Paw should have the pet pretty low at this point. He's been focusing on that thing quite a bit. With dots as well as with apparitions, G-Funk unable to catch himself a camo, with Licorice being super attentive to that pet. He's trying to make sure that pet always takes the damage it needs. It looks like he's actually going to back up out of there as the big explosion comes out with the Death Chakram. G-Funk does not have a camo for a while. Can maybe go for Manning Bandages, but the pet is dotted up. So Licorice is going to be back there with the Kevin Slime, at least getting some resources. Big PI available. And I wonder what the trinkets are for both of them, because we don't get to see trinkets over in PTR. And I wonder if that's just going to be a feature in when this goes live, or this is just a PTR thing where we can't see trinkets. I guess I don't know. I think seeing trinkets at least gives us a bit of an. I'd rather see trinkets than not see trinkets. G-Funk did trinket just now. Speaking about trinket, eats a stun right after, has a feint death to remove those dots. Then it's going to be DPs getting set up fresh on him, and that's going to be maybe full dot stun to Licorice. That's going to be Mindbender attack at G-Funk, but G-Funk also beating up Licorice quite a bit. The Vampiric Embrace should let the Shadow Priest start recovering as he siphons health from G-Funk, as well as the pet. Trying to go for Boon of the Ascended. How's it got interrupted? The Boon could do a lot of damage here. G-Funk could be in trouble if only Licorice is the most amount of damage, as long as all his dots are on G-Funk. Prison Trap is going to stop him. Does have a trinket for it. Try to catch up to G-Funk if possible. Looks like he's unable to. And G-Funk looking to get himself completely reset behind the pillar. Licorice just got to make sure there's at least some sort of dots on that pet, because that camo for G-Funk is not going to be available. 6% dampener, as neither of the competitor of these duels is looking to go down without a fight. G-Funk just keeps fighting tooth and nail in these duels, getting dotted up, but that feint death is just going to keep him cleared. Siphon joins in, and Siphon should be able to put some pressure on G-Funk. Looks like Siphon kind of bugs out. I think he's trying to cast the pet. G-Funk avoiding all those bolts completely. The pet is definitely going to get horrored way out in Timbuktu. But Licorice does go for a Shadowman back to back. And that's going to be Fleshcraft. Maybe a silence for Licorice. Does not get a silence onto the Fleshcraft. Stun onto the Panda. And that's going to be quick disperse as he feels like, you know what, I'm under quite a bit of pressure. I better pop a defensive. It's better than not using one. But now G-Funk knows that this burst is out. He could go for the biggest burst possible. The pet is going to attack, so G-Funk can go for a full camo, but he can go for at least Manic Bandages. Brawn is the freezing trap, so that's perfect for Licorice, because at least he doesn't have to be CC. He can at least catch up on healing. G-Funk over there actually messed with the Brawn a little bit, trying to swing around Licorice, maybe Death Chakram, potentially big damage. That's going to be line of sight. Harpoon comes through either way. Stun onto G-Funk. Licorice trying to get some dots out of G-Funk. He's going to go for a fear. Greater Fade with a Shadowman in case G-Funk trinkets or anything. And Licorice at kind of low cooldowns. Maybe can go for a big Vampiric Touch. Going to be Panda Racial. G-Funk trinkets out of it. Oh no! Big Boon of the Ascended, not interrupted. G-Funk is going to take a lot of damage from it unless he puts him on ice, and that's exactly what's going to happen. PI is available for Licorice Paw. Gets out of Freezing Trap pretty quickly. Trying to blast out a G-Funk. Is that going to be enough damage though? Trying to make the most curing damage happen here. That's a lot of arcade damage flying out. Going to be the Mindbender joining in with a Manic Better just quick feint death to remove all the dots, and Licorice goes behind the pillar to catch back up. We are getting to the point where Dampening is starting to ramp up quite a bit here, boys. Death Chakram, going to be with the Mindbender there as well. Double explosion with the Licorice Paw, trying to go for stun. Void Eruption, does he have enough damage? Needs a little bit of healing. No! Unforged, trying to do the most damage at the very end. But he just couldn't quite finish it. G-Funk versus Sarah with a double jab. Leg sweep as he gets frozen out though. Trying to see if he might be able to finish out G-Funk after dropping a BDB on him. I don't know if it was a real BDB or maybe a prog BDB. Got himself images. Potentially could get himself a Zuen as well. Storm Earth and Fire Blasted. Looks like that was a random BDB. Random BDB went out onto the pet. Gonna be Scarab Beast on Zuen, but that's gonna be interrupted by Serad. G-Funk with the Flesh Cuff Scissors. No interrupt available by the Buck. So he does get to play into that Flesh Cuff interrupt. Freezing Trap onto that Zuen finally. And Serad is looking to chase after G-Funk either way. The explosion is going to come through from the Chakram. Big explosion with the grenades to follow after. Fistifury repairing G-Funk for a little bit, but as soon as Fistifury is over, Serad might need to go for a Karma. Does G-Funk have anything for it? Stun onto Serad. Feint Death, removing that Karma. I think, does it remove Karma? I don't think it does. I think it just removes the magic effect of Karma. So G-Funk needs to be very, very careful. Freezing Trap onto Serad. If G-Funk can just go for the most amount of damage from range onto Serad and get him in an execute range, he might be able to make something happen. I think that's exactly what he's going to go for. Kill shots, kill command, dots up. Sarah trying to go for a bit of diffuse magic, trying to reduce the magic damage taken from the grenades, from the dots. G-Funk at no help whatsoever, needs to get himself a little bit of healing if he wants to keep fighting into this duel. Sarad sees G-Funk goes for a camo, and this time no dots from the Shadow Priest, so G-Funk finally able to get himself a proper camo. Maybe with a Manning bench very soon. As we hit on that 10-minute mark with 27% dampener. As Sarah picking up the eye. G-Funk harpoons on him, trying to set up the most damage, potentially. Freezing Trap, ASUS pet is CC'd. Sarah trinkets out really early. If G-Funk has a stun, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be big explosions with a flanking strike, burning through a flash cut very quickly. Sarah stunned up. G-Funk could end the 0 right here. Should definitely set up for it. Kill shot, and Sarah does go down. G-Funk so far has been surviving and taking names, taking numbers down. But it's going to be up versus Bellator next. Bellator at this 30% dampening. It's a little bit high dampening at the moment. We'll see if we'll be able to do much about it. At least he's given G-Funk an opportunity to get a bit of an honor duel. But G-Funk walking into this one without a turtle for 20 seconds and without a lot of his offensives, but does have plenty of CC. Although the problem with Bellator is maybe Bellator will run a stun with a freezing trap if G-Funk gets frozen on. His own freezing trap at the wrong time, it'll be really bad. Double grenades, big explosion. G-Funk with the flanking strike to follow. Bellator gets real low, does go for full defenses, and that's going to be also reckless and bad and not letting G-Funk go anywhere. Does dodge the turtle. Oh, he actually dodged the spear, turtled as soon as he was expecting it, and went for a flash grab just in case. So G-Funk was able to avoid a lot of the damage from Bellator, a huge majority of it as well. Quick fear by Bellator. G-Funk trinkets out of it. They're actually going to get Bellator into a skill trap with a stun to follow. I think G-Funk can just end it with range damage at this point. Bellator charging in, trying to get himself whatever healing he can. Maybe a pick up on top of it if he hasn't used it yet. Flank strike by G-Funk. Bellator is just not willing to give up. He's walking into this with dampening, but he's not willing to give up. He still has rallying cry. Freezing trap does put him on ice for a little bit. And if G-Funk can wait for his grenades to come back, big death shock him. Grenades. Bellator can just die behind the pillar. I think it's actually over. Bellator with a commanding shout, trying to heal from the pet. G-Funk out in the open. Kill shot is not enough to kill him. Bellator charging out, does get himself a heal. G-Funk with a feint death for a moment. Steel trap to separate from Bellator. Bellator chasing after the pet immediately. Reflect is up, so G-Funk can't even freeze him. But the kill shot does go through. The bolt does connect and ends up taking him out. Kioske is up next. There's no way Kioske loses G-Funk, right? It's a Necrolord Hunter versus another Necrolord Hunter. Both of them have the same playstyle, same gameplay. G-Funk at least was able to slow down and get away from the warrior. But against Kioske, he can't get away from him. That's past this range damage. They're basically playing the same build. And G-Funk does get a camo. It looks like he's not camoed, but he is. It doesn't look like he is camoed, but he definitely is, because Kioske would have attacked him otherwise. Stun to Kioske's death chakra goes through. There's going to be a big explosion. Kioske feint does. I think he feint does the explosive too. From the death chakra, doesn't he? The explosive shot. G-Funk hit with a stun. Kioske closing in for the gap. That's going to be G-Funk taking lots of damage. Feint death for a last second. Flank and strike onto Kioske. And that's going to be a bold by Kioske. Not much you can really do in that situation. G-Funk has played it as hard as he could for the last few boys in duels. And he did the very, very best. Played it all the way until the very end. Hunter's mark on Slushies really early on. As Slushies is not in camo. But he does know what Slushies is. Or I guess I meant Kioske is not in camo. Slushies is going to be, I think, eating some trap. I heard a trap arm. Oh, there it is. I guess it was a tart trap arming. I thought maybe Slushies walking trap. Breath into the pet. Kioske could push in. This is a lot of damage potentially from the fire mage with a combustion lasting as long as it does. Mirror image is out really early. Is Slushies playing the triple shield or is he more damage build? Because if he goes for like the disciplinary command, he could just one-shot Kioske. Especially if Kioske isn't fast enough with the turtle. But it's going to be steel trap into a charge trap. Stone into Slushies. Kioske making sure he gets the opener. Big grenade thrown in onto Slushies. Huge explosion. That's going to be that all the time. Kioske might be able to remove it. Does remove combustion instead. Slushies actually is almost going to get his cauterize activated. Trying to blast out damage to Kioske as best as he can. Quick breath onto the hunter. That's going to be a cauterize. Actually, yeah, cauterize. Could potentially go for an ice block. Might have to ice block, and the shield does keep him alive a little bit longer. Kioske is super low on health, but looks like Slushies does have to dip into the ice block and recover a little bit of health. Kioske got himself a flash cap rolling. And Slushy is just looking for a recovery. At least get himself a little bit of health to work with. Breath onto the pad, and Kioske just kind of getting some random damage around the corner, just stripping Slushies off of buffs. And I think Slushy is playing Shimmer. I was thinking Slushy was playing the Trinket or Blink where he gets out of a stun and maybe gives him a shield, which is what I see a lot of mages play when they don't play the triple shield Lego. But Slushy's dropping down rune of power, walking away from it though. Kind of out in the open, not really much you could really do in this situation. No ice block, maybe all the time. Stun, doesn't have a way to break out of it unless he has a trinket, and Kioske does end up taking him out. Is it Lazy Purr? Is it Chicago? It looks like it might be Chicago up next with a full flash count roaring as it coalesces around them. Kioska hits him with a Hunter's Mark. Do Hunters play the conduit where whenever you Hunter's Mark somebody, they do less damage to him? Or slightly less, or you take less damage from them? Do Hunters play that in PvP? I imagine you might wanna, right? I imagine you do even a little bit. Chicago getting hit with a steel trap. Is going to be able to sprint out of it immediately, though, to catch up to Kioska. Hits him with a Primordial. And Kioska popping off big cooldowns, maybe with a Death Shock on top of it. Just throwing in grenades in Chicago so far. And Chicago just building up resources. Starting to spend a bit of that mana for a self-heal. We are at 61% dampener. Kioska throwing in Death Shock could be really deadly for Chicago. Kioska does not have a stun to follow up with it though, but plenty of explosive, plenty of damage. Chicago does go for a trinket to reduce some of the magic damage they're taking. Kioska dives into a turtle shell as they're taking a bit of a beating as well, trying to recover as much as possible. And Chicago is going to be behind the pillar, catching up on a little bit of healing, spending all that mana, not using Maelstrom, so they are kind of not getting the most value for the mana. But it is still working out. Stunner Chicago does walk into melee with Kioska with an Ascendance. Stunner to follow. Trinket for Kioska with a freezing trap, but that's going to be Earth Elemental chasing after him. Has an opportunity to get himself Fleshcraft. There's no way that the Earth Ellie is going to be able to bust through the Fleshcraft. And for Chicago, the Ascendance was shut down pretty handily. Had himself a really good setup. Got a melee. Big Ascendance burst. Together with a couple of wind strikes. Could have just ended it if only they crit in just one of those abilities. And Kioska's Fleshcraft either got burned through that quickly or the Faint Death, because that thing is gone completely. No way that Earth Elemental beat it out of them, is it? There's no way, dude. I don't believe it. Chicago sees Kioska going to camo, trying to disrupt it as fast as possible. Kioska gets it down to Chicago. Chicago has plenty of help to work with. Big Death Shock him, lots of explosions, trying to heal through it without Maelstrom. Grenades getting thrown in as Kioska kind of closes the gap. Chicago might just be able to do something here, but they get super low. Joe! No! Killshot ends him! With Lazy Purr out next, is going to go for Kyrian opener without the Berserk. And looks like Skutan is the last one left over on that team. It looks like Bellator is out, but Bellator did get to play. Bellator definitely got to play. Skutan getting opened on. Is Lazy Purr just going to go for Berserk? I think he's just going to go for short gameplay, or actually a longer game. Wait until cooldowns back up, and then maybe go for the biggest burst possible. Skutan trying to make the Void Eruption work, but the Feral is going to get behind the pillar. There's no way you're catching up to him. And Lazy Purr waiting out for Feral Frenzy, Tiger's Fury, and Berserk to be off of cooldown. Should be able to get a big opener to Skutan. And I don't know, at 73% dampener, can you even deal with the birds that come out of Lazy Purr? He is Kyrian too, so that's 15% damage on top of that as well. Skutan with a Fear onto Lazy. He trinketed for it, and Lazy Purr trying not to give that trinket away just yet. Gonna be full burst out of Skutan as he gets the Mage still the dead. Got himself PI and everything. Trying to recover a little bit of healing. Lazy Purr back there with all the pets, trying to avoid him as best as possible. Taking quite a bit of damage from all those pets either way though. The Scythian as well as the Mage still the dead as well as Kevin Slime are actually doing a little bit of work, but the Bleeds are also doing work on the Skutan. Lazy Purr did go for a Tiger's Fury, but didn't go for the biggest bleed just yet. And I think that's where he's going to do it. Yeah, there's no way you're living it. Unless he Berserks. Maybe he's waiting for Berserk after disperse. He does Berserk after disperse. The bleeds though. Oh, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And actually the duel technically is over. Bellator is out, but he's not supposed to be dueling. We're at the 18-minute mark. Wait, is Bellator trying to go again? Bellator, what are you doing? What are you doing trying to duel again? You just lost. What Kioska's back? Oh my god. These boys are returning from the dead. Are you kidding me? Well, anything after this is just doesn't count. Bellator, that doesn't count. There's no way. It actually counts for him here, but that doesn't count for us. Yo, Kioska with them 3 kills back to back, dude. He came back. That was really well done. I thought it was going to be the G-Funk game, dude, but these hunters, dude, these survival hunters are popping off, man. They're slippery so you can't catch them, and they do quite a bit of damage now, especially as Necrolord. These guys are nuts. All right, let's get another one rolling, yeah? Let's get Bellator and I think Sentry in here next, yeah? Sentry, let me know when you're ready. Arhi org, где ты мой друг? Arhi org, где друг? Где друг? Где друг? Chicago's supposed to win? I think so too, yeah? I think so too, but that's not what was happening. I had to get that kitty. Okay. You guys are a bunch of goobers, you know that? Sentry and Bellator. Chicago will get you in immediately after this, yeah? I think after this we'll do Chicago and Sentry, and then we'll see if we do more after that. We'll see. I am enjoying these a lot, though. What do you guys think of the new arena? What do you guys think of the new arena, Miljack's arena? Do you like it or not really? Do you like the new arena? Or you're not a big fan? It's 4 of us? Alright, Bellator, I'll give you a second, man. I'll give you a second if you go to win a +1. Oh, 5? Okay, alright. Okay. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Yo, what the? Are you a... Oh, you are a Nightborn Windwalker. Yo, that actually looks really good, dude. Nightborn customizations are dope. I'm a big fan of them. I can't... Oh, I actually can see my Mog. Oh, dude, that one looks so good on the Blood Elf. What the? I look real good, dude. The hell? It looks so good. Huh. Okay. Well, do I got a Q again or even LFG? Oh god, what is this? Rove Ray, someone likes me. It's like a big old purple pink explosion. Right now? Alright, hold on. Let me re-queue. Sentry and Bellator, right? I think it is. Re-queue on R here, re-queue and give me a second, man. Give me a sec. Execute my mom? What the? What is that name? Execute your mom. Oh, okay. Yo, look at the cheesy Lego, dude. Look at that Lego. Look at that cheesy trinket. Invoke the swarm. Lose the ability to cast an attack to turn into the swarming locust, getting 20% movement speed, 100% leech, until 28,000 shadow damage between nearby enemies on a 3-minute cooldown. What a cheese trinket, man. Also, the axes he's got, or the maces, are actually pretty cool looking. Are we not able to queue him? I might have to re-queue you guys a couple of times. Can I someone transfer their character to Horde? Yes, you can, actually. Yes, you can. If you want to transfer character to Horde, you kind of have to, I think, log in and log out. Yeah, I think you got to log in and log out a few times out of, log in and log out a couple times in PTR until it just randomly kind of gives you the login bonus. Or the bonus to PTR. It's like randomized. All these services or character service are very much randomized. Alright, we're gonna leave again and try again. Beltron sent you. Still trying to get him in. We're bugged, so I might have to queue you guys a couple of times in order to work. Oh, there we go. That works now. That works. What's up, Nevi? How you doing, my man? Nevi the Dungeon Master. I like that name. How you doing? Bit of carrot and PTR. Thought about everything. Yeah, you kind of just gotta... You just gotta kind of log in, log out, and see if it gives you the resources in order to be able to join in or switch character. It's very much randomized. Another way to do it is to keep copying the character until it gives you opportunity to change character, but you probably have the gear on that character, you're just trying to transform over. I don't think it lets you buy the I guess you could try to see if you could buy the resource, the character change from the store. I don't think it'll let you, but maybe it will for testing purposes. Probably no. NK, why I've been kind of hyped up you a bit today. Let's go, Azad. Let's go, my guy. Hope they can get in, yeah? They are 5 Horde? Alright, we'll hopefully get Chicago. More boys in a Horde. Maybe Azad can join in. Is that new arena? Yes, it is, King Gamer. It is. It's fun to stream. It's awesome fun. What's up, Modern Poet? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Boys, by the way, if you're enjoying yourselves, having a good time on stream, give the stream a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. Join our Discord. Link down below if you want to be part of the Dalaran community or Dalaran channel community. Dalaran gaming community. 5V5 dueling community. With the best of the boys hanging out community. Yeah. Yo, thank you boys so much for not fighting each other immediately as I'm trying to get my audio fixed. Alrighty, now we're ready for Twitch. We got ourselves, yo, WTF, man. This man about to say that when Kreisbet double cares about him in just a second or two. Gonna be a Succubus CC on to Kreisbet or Incubus. Oh, they Incubus each other. They're just hanging out with the boys. It looks like, yo, man, it's actually gonna be behind. Gonna be the fertile coming down, not a perma stun this time, which is a good thing. And Kreisbet, they try to load up with the biggest chaos mode. Gonna be more to call out of Yo as he pops on a wall. Kreisbet man just had to pop a wall of his own and go for the biggest damage. Yo man trying to go for the biggest damage to Kreisbet. Chaos mode coming out. Maybe double chaos mode. Does send a chaos mode. Reflected back to him with so much damage. And that's gonna be chaos mode's back for Kreisbet. Yo man took a pretty big hit. Trying to bolt over the Succubus. Wait. Oh, I was gonna say, did Succubus get perma-stunned? Yeah, I thought he perma-stunned the Succubus. It looks like Kreisbet is gonna get the Succubus of the Yo-Man low enough with a big decimated bolt setup. He's swapping out to the pet so you can get an intro pet while Yo-Man's switching out to the Incubus or Succubus. Looks like he got the Incubus again. As he's trying to get the dots rolling with Immolation, trying to get a Decimate Bolt off of his pets. So both of them got some beefy Incinerates to go. They're just letting the pets fight each other. Grizeman just trying to give his pet a little bit of healing. Looks like he's just going to summon a fresh new one instead. And while these Warlocks trying to figure out what they're doing with one another, we got ourselves Azarelia over on Team 1 together with Holy Moly Archetype as well as Copy versus Bellator on that team with Kiosco, Licorice Paw, Scootan, as well as Yeoman, who's trying to poke out, trying to get a Chaos Bolt. His own Incubus, though, is going to be going down. So he's out there kind of naked without a pet. Actually, I guess his Incubus is more naked than he is, but his Incubus maybe describes how naked this man is. Without a pet, as a Warlock, you're just kind of missing a whole portion of your playstyle. A whole piece of your puzzle. And Yeoman trying to go for a fear onto the pet is going to be able to get it with no interrupts available. Trying to get a stun to Cryzbet around the corner with a fear onto Cryzbet. The pet could go interrupting Yeoman if he goes in for a Chaos Bolt. If the pet does get a good line of sight, dropping down Infernal into Cryzbet, knows the pet could interrupt him anytime. Trying to let Incinerate. I think might have the empowered Incinerates from the Decimated Bolt. Cryzbet taking the gateway just to get himself out of there. And Yeoman as well as Infernals and pets are all rushing out. As Yeoman still hasn't resummoned another pet. He doesn't have an interrupt pet. He doesn't have the Incubus or Succubus. He doesn't have any pet whatsoever. So he's going to have to wait and try to find an opportunity to summon a fresh new pet at some point. Maybe with Fell Devastate or Fell Command? Fell Control? Not Fell Dev, I don't think. Is it Fell Dev? Or he doesn't get to use it. The Fell Command. I don't think it's Fell Dev. But I think it's Fell Command. I don't remember. I don't remember what's the called, chat. You tell me, I'll tell you. Decimate Bolt out of Cryzbet as he's going to be hitting that Incubus. Decimate Bolt out of for Yeoman as he hits Cryzbet's pet. Both of them have pretty big Decimate Bolts ready to go. And we'll see how things go. Stun onto Yeoman. Cataclysm around the corner. Yeoman taking a bit of damage and Cryzbet pushing in with full Fleshcraft ready. Yeoman getting interrupted. Yeoman does not have the same interrupt potential. Double chasm potential into Yeoman. Takes a bit of damage with Incinerates to follow. Does go for a Dark Pact and is reduces the damage heavily as it just absorbs into that absorb rather than his own health bar. Fear onto Yeoman. His pet down completely. Grizeman setting up another Chaos Bolt. Maybe big damage, another fear onto Yeoman. Just trying to blast through the Dark Pact. That thing is holding on strong. That's the hardest working Dark Pact I've ever seen. That takes a couple of Chaos Bolts, bunch of empowered Incinerates, and it's still just keeping Yeoman alive. Quick Mortal into a fear, but Cryzbet does get some line of sight from the fear pathing. Decimated Bolt into Yeoman as he trades out some dots, and Yeoman again under pressure of getting interrupted by the pet any moment. His fears could get interrupted, his fires could get interrupted. Quick reflect by Cryzbet, and he just cinches him down into the dust, taking Yeoman WTF out. As he probably got hit by fear. You know, I did tell you. Yeoman WTF, that's exactly what he was going to say next time he gets blasted by Cryzbet. And he got hit by the Reflected Fear. He's probably like, oh, what the? Who runs Reflect in these kind of duels? But for Cryzbet, that's actually really good since there's quite a few casters over on Team 2. Stun to Cryzbet, gonna be that Incubus trying to go for CC onto Scootan as they go into Void form. And the Incubus is going to keep him kind of CC'd, not making a move. Normally supposed to be drawing him into him, but maybe because of the line of sight around the pillar, he just can't. Scootan just dropped down for the big PI as well as the mages, but he's unable to get the big value out of it. And looks like Cryzbet is going to be changing his gameplay up a bit. Going for the interrupt pet versus Scootan. Hits him with the Mortal Coil as the fear comes out. Scootan chooses to trick out of the Mortal Coil just so he can get that advantageous pressure onto Cryzbet. Void Torn fully out. That's going to be reflect available for Cryzbet as he hits Scootan with the fear. Decimated Bolt as Scootan's health is kind of on the lower end. At least in about half inch. Does go for Disperse with Vampiric Embrace. That's a lot of defenses used all at once. Incinerates and should be able to burn through a Fleshcraft. That's potentially could be big Chaos Bolt. That was huge Chaos Bolt by Cryzbet. Had the instant cast Bolt from that too. And Scootan get interrupted on Shadow. Could be really bad for him. More Incinerates, but not empowered anymore. Cryzbet loading up yet another Chaos Bolt. Scootan is super low. Silence under Cryzbet. Scootan has the opportunity to maybe catch up on healing. Trying to get aggressive. Battle Master Trick and get himself as much self-kill as possible. And Cryzbet could be under a lot of pressure, especially with the Mages of the Dead. Hits that thing with a fear. Scootan peeps around the corner. Mortal Coil hits him out from that Void form. And still trying to get himself a full Void Eruption. Getting interrupted. The Mages of the Dead does have the good line of sight in order to get the cast in. It is doing suppression to his Cryzbet. Quick fear onto Scootan. Cryzbet actually repositioning. Trying to make sure he has line of sight of Scootan at all times. Quick fear onto Scootan afterwards. Maybe big Incinerates available. Might be able to get the biggest blasters in there. It's going to become flag right after. Scootan no health. And Cryzbet does end up singeing him out as well. Well played by the Shadow Priest. But Cryzbet did as much as he could there. My leg got bugged? I'm sorry to hear that, Billy. Wait, if your leg got bugged, which one were you? More Infernal coming down onto Kioska's head. Graspbat had no help whatsoever. Wall with a flash grab cannot be interrupted as Kioska just tried to burn to the big explosions. So Graspbat gonna be the full stun with a Cataclysm as Graspbat does bail out of there. Kioska charging out at Graspbat with a harpoon does reconnect. That's a lot of damage burned through all those shields. And Kioska set himself up in a situation where he could be a double bolted here. Potentially, his health does drop down incredibly low, and Graspbat almost took him out right then and there. He's going to be able to get a bit of drain life from the Raptor, the undead Raptor from Dazar Allure. Or rather, King's Rest, I believe. I think it's Raban. Or maybe Nazmir? I think you also have those same Raptors in Nazmir as well. Decimate Bolt on the pet. Should be able to amp up some damage for Graspbat. Cataclysm around the corner as the Suck of Incubus had Kiosko in the CC. And Graspbat getting blasted with grenades. Lots of damage on him. Ooh, big explosion. Graspbat came in with explosive damage of his own, but Kioska had just a good old grenades, a death chakram, an explosive shot, and just, Graspbat was just trying to go for a 1v5 and blow up. And Kioska just gave it a whole new meaning. Sound Totem kind of clips onto the pillars. So Copyfin misses that stun onto Kioska, but is going to be able to get a Sunder with an LA Blast. Kioska with it. Survival of the fittest. Big chain harvest at Kioska with no more defenses. Turning attention onto Copyfin. Might actually be able to maybe get some pressure on him. Trying to get whatever heal, but Copy just had him on in the unwinnable position at that point. Just had the pressure on the Hunter, who was completely out of cooldowns. Not so much you can do about it. Licorice Ball up next versus Copyfin. Shadowbase versus Enhanced Shaman. Who wins these duels? I think both of them got a lot of healing though. Copyfin charging out, not going to be chilling behind the pillar for long. Licorice tried to go for the Panda Racial, but something breaks in him. That's going to be Grounding Totem down for Copy. Licorice tried to go for the full dots on Copy. Is going to have to reset it up. Interrupts coming out for Copyfin, but it is full burst available for Licorice Paw as he does have the Kyrian burst. Going to be a quick stun to Copy. Actually, lots of damage to Copy. Is that going to be enough though? He's going to have to wall it as the silence comes out. Copy does give himself a little bit of healing from it. Licorice has quite a bit of damage with a Kyrian. I like this man's trying it out. Mind Blast onto the Rock Boy. Might as well get some resources off that thing. As Copyfin charges out, has the Grounding Totem, has the Interrupt. So as long as Copyfin has ways to deal with the Shadowcast of Licorice, it is in a great spot. Static Totem and Licorice is just going to be able to walk out of it together with the Greater Fade. As Copyfin dropping down Grounding Totem, Licorice needs to make sure he doesn't get the burst into the Grounding Totem. Copyfin needs to get the next interrupt from Licorice. Licorice is having to go very, very defensive. Actually, extra defensive. Dispersed together with Vampiric Brace. Full eruption onto Copy. Does he have no damage? Trying to get this Void Balls to attack him. And that's going to be Copy with a Panda Racial. CC and Licorice for just a second. The Siphon is going to reduce the healing Copyfin is getting until they get on his side of the pet. And Licorice got some instant cast to follow. Grounding Totem could be going down for Copyfin anytime soon. Has an interrupt very, very soon as well. And Licorice needs to make sure he doesn't get interrupted on a bad time. Copyfin is eating so many dots. Greater Fade allows Licorice to dodge that LA Blast. Copyfin needs a bit more Maelstrom. Does drop down a Tremor really early, which helps him to deal with the fear. Big Chain Harvest allowing Copyfin to recover a little bit of health. Full dots are setting up for Licorice. Dropping down Grounding Totem. Release him, move those dots. Going to be Mind Control, but I think Mind Control also went into the Grounding Totem. There's going to be a stun to Copy as Copy trying to get a Stun Totem onto Licorice. Copy catching up with quite a bit of healing as Licorice just trying to create a bit of a gap. Big DPs rolling into Copy, landing the interrupt on Shadow. Licorice dropping down or drop down a Siphon, but I think Copy took it out real quickly. Boon of the Ascended is out. Maybe he'll be able to make something happen. Copy popping on wall for the Boon of the Ascended, even though Boon's still doing quite a bit of damage to Copy's health bar. That might be a little bit of healing for Licorice. Get himself a PI. Does not have any big bursts for a little bit. Does have defenses very, very soon. Does he have any CC to follow? He might need to get a bit of CC, but it looks like Sunder does knock him down and Copy taking him out with Bellator charging out, leaping in, not giving him Copy an opportunity to get out. It's going to be Static Totem for Copy. Try to keep the warrior at bay, but there's no way for you to escape him. He has you pinned with that spear. So unless you have a way to break yourself out of roots completely or immune magic damage, you ain't going nowhere. Azarelia is gonna be up next. I'm gonna call you Azelia, but there's an R in your name. And Azaerla. Oh, Azaerla? That still doesn't roll off the tongue easily. Maybe just me. But Azza is gonna be up next as a Monk versus Bellator going in. A little bit up from last duel, but did end up kind of just going all in, which is Copy. He needs to go versus Asa. He needs to go versus Holy Moly, and Arky immediately fears. I don't know if that was a normal BDB or random proc of BDB for Asa. But they are able to close the gap. Quick jab towards Belcher, who's just trying to avoid the monk as best as possible. Image is joining in. Belcher no longer has a fear this time around. No longer has a leap either. So he might be in big trouble. In regeneration to maybe heal. At least he can heal off this win. BDB burst is coming down. That's going to be a root down for Asa. Can't go anywhere. And Belcher just using that spear basher just to walk away from the monk. And Asa taking a bit of damage from the spear, but at least not taking the most damage from Belcher with a crit dam increase. Belcher trying to see if he can blaze storm out of there. He's going to go for a pick up with the Kyrian. Trying to get himself whatever healing. He needs to start hitting images or anything just to get him whatever health he can back. And he's going to try to get some bloodthirst off of Asa. Almost walking into... Or maybe it's his trinket that he tried to get Asa to walk into. Karma is out. Belcher, unless he has a way out of this, he needs to for on healing without contributing towards the karma damage. Oh, gets slow. And Asa doesn't. I'm touching death in him. That is rough. Yo, copy. As well as Chrysler played pretty well. Asa sniping out a kill, man. Team 1 did pretty well. Team 2 did really well too as well. Let's go, boys. Shadow has no chance to heal against Shaman. Shaman, I think, is just a perfect interrupter against casters in general. Grounding Totem, Sunder, Stun, Tremor against Fears. You also have the short interrupt. It's just perfect against caster classes. It's just really, really hard counter. It's like that against mages as well. Like, it's really, really tough. But he played as well as he could, man. I like him trying out that Kyrian. Like, that damage can happen. But just every time he had the Kyrian burst, there was also a wall for copy. But if there was no wall, different story. Do you ever want to combine the Kyrian and the Void Eruption bolt? So you can like Kyrian burst, Void Eruption, Kyrian burst DP, Kyrian, Void. Because that would be a lot of damage increases. But you can get the same effect if you get a pretty long DP rolling on the target. Basically, get full dots. Go into full Kyrian Eruption, Bolt, DP, Bolt, AoE, Bolt, DP, Bolt, AoE. Because you still get the same like mastery, like triple effect from triple dots. Sentry's ready. Chicago, let me know if you're ready. As soon as you get a one more, we'll get you guys back in here. We got 30 duels over in PTR, man. God damn. Probably a little bit less than that because sometimes they double up with recordings, but for the most part, I'll try not to. Who's out there, birdie boy, walking out on the hand mount? Dude, I miss those hand mounts. I miss when everybody were riding them. That's how Blazer per. How you doing, my guy? Look at handsome. Look at you with that little flower in your head. Yo, by the way, that Kyrian burst is kind of nutty, isn't it? Yo, since you got a 4 out of 5, as soon as you get a +1, we get to go. Chicago got a 5 ready to go as well. And Dead Warlock are so iconic. Bro, they are. I just wish they were to buff on Dead Rachel so more people use it. Can't use double Lego, really? Like your Lego doesn't show up? Okay, what happened to you probably was... if you try to swap your Lego, Lazy Purr, it like grays out, right? So what you gotta do is log out, log in, and we'll let you put on the belt Lego. While we're waiting for Sentry, log out, log in, and then you should be able to swap that Lego in the belt slot. And then you could use another Lego in another slot. Real quickly while we're waiting. Yeah, go, real quick. You go to Orgrimmar, trust, it should work. If that doesn't work, then your bug is something else completely. We're waiting for Sentry anyway. Yo, I really want to see Holy Moly play more Frost, man. I feel like the matchups Holy Moly's at is just Shaman, which is a hard counter the whole time. Yo, Chicago, I'm liking that Mog. Boys, what do you think about that Mog from Chicago, dude? I think it's good looking. You got the... I'm not a big fan of like some of the older gear. Like it doesn't look as good, high quality. Like the belt looks high quality compared to the pants. The belt and the pants are just like, you have low poly texture, high poly texture. You know what I mean? High poly texture, low poly texture. But overall, I don't mind. That's a really good aesthetic look. That's just like savagery to it. You got it? Yo, that's awesome. So now you got actually double Legos. I'm not going to peep you right now to see what other Lego you're running, just to keep it a surprise for the boys. But yeah. Sentry, as soon as you get a +1, man, we'll get you in here. I'm gonna take out a 6-second pet every time I play a new player comes in, but then I wait for you. It really sucks. Yeah, Chrysler, I feel you on that, my guy. I totally feel you on that. But maybe it might be better just to like, yeah, makes a contrast. I guess so, yeah. It looks good if you're trying to go for like a savage, like a more savage looking orc shaman. You know, it looks great. I need to get some of these masks, dude. I've been playing Horde for so long. I just don't have those like Drenor masks ever. I never got them. I need to go get a couple. I'm trying to main Mage instead of Hunter for 90 looks good, but ain't you gonna use some Frost? Yeah, definitely, Holy. Yeah, joining the duels will get you a bit of that experience. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. I believe in you, fam. Because Mage should be pretty good at 9-2. You guys got a lot of... If you guys watched my video from this morning, you guys have a lot of like tier sets. You got pretty good tier sets in my opinion. And you also got really good what's it? What was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought really bad. Hold on, let me rewind a little quick. Oh wow, I actually lost my train of thought. Did I not? I didn't sleep well last night. I guess I never do, let's be honest. What was I gonna say? I think I was talking about Covenant Legos, right? Man, I really gotta get some proper sleep. So Covenant Lego, you guys got some really good ones. You got the Necrolord, which you guys the build up, and then you also got the Fleshcraft. Some really good traits with that too. Like you got the oh Licorice, dude, his Mog looks so good. His Mog looks so good. But you got what, Kyrian Lego, you got the Ventier Lego, which is a bit of that dispel protection. Which there's definitely going to be dispels, but like getting the cooldown back on your mirrors is going to be kind of huge. So at least you could use it back to back. Then you got what, the Night Fade with the mobility, that's pretty good too. Then you got the last one, what is it? I think I mentioned all of them. Kyrian, that's just DM2. So you got like really good Legos, man. Like the really good Covenant choices, and there's a lot of viability to them. Like Necrolord, I think was going to be the big burner, the big rampy burst, but it's going to be pretty good nonetheless. But yeah, if worst to worst, if you're not a huge fan of Frost or you feel like it's not that great, there's always Fire and potentially even Arcane. There's also opportunity to play Mage, but it may be a different spec. Mustache though, getting better every stream. What's up, Brian Foy? Dude, my mustache has been really up in my face this whole time. That's why I keep playing with it. Then I have people like queuing for now. Then I have people, it's all good. Yo, Bellator, you could maybe join in Sentry if you wanted to. If you really wanted to. But yeah, the mustache has been getting in my face this whole time. I kept noticing like I'm playing with it, but I'm not like playing with it. I'm more just trying to like get it out of my mouth. Get it out of my face. So as I'm commentating, I'm not getting distracted. And it keeps not interacting with me well at all. Did you get renowned retail anyway? Yeah. If you guys are, you know, I'm hoping they add some renown farming in 9.2 for Zereth Mortis. Like if they can just make it so that in Zereth Mortis you get a lot of renown just for killing rares and for opening chests and all the events, just make it easier for everybody to catch up with the renown. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. Or just double the amount of renown, triple the amount of renown people get in 9.2. So like you kill a world boss, you get 6 renown, or 3 renown rather, 4 renown. Anything like that would be awesome. It would definitely cut down the grind that it takes in order to get all your covenants set up. But at least they made it so you could like take your time and grind them out. You're just doing them multiple characters is just not super fun. And then again, I guess you don't need them to 80. I guess you should get them to 80 renown, right? It twisted like a mad genius. I swear, I just try to get it out of my mouth. That's all I do. All right, Chicago Sentry should be good to go. Chicago and Sentry. Let's get you boys in here, and after this one, we'll see if we do more. It might be last, it might not be. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like Execute, yeah, mob. Playing versus Holy Moly. Try to go for the big Necrolord, big explosion. Does he go for the big go? Heart of the Swarm, what a cheese lord right here. What an actual cheese lord. Who runs Heart of the Swarm chicken in PvP? I'm lazy for it, but don't give him an overkill buff from Lego. Yeah, you're good, you're good. Wait, shouldn't you get Master buff? Normally as a carry, you would go with a Necrolord, wouldn't you? You would assign the buff to Necrolord player so you can get versatility. It's kind of sucks that as a carry you have to give it to yourself, but I guess it makes you a little bit less tanky. And these duels are starting to get a little bit tankier than before. Is that just me? I mean, I know the burst is pretty high, but it looks like everybody has quite a bit of healing. Yo, who is this down pal guy? Bro, hold on. What the? Is this Atha right here? Bro. Is this Atha? I feel like that's such an Atha thing to do, man. Who is this down pal guy? Bro. My goodness. Oh, Speedful, you going to Feral too? Jesus. I guess Rogue's out of the question for next match, huh? Twitch. We got ourselves together, team 1 with the Chicago Zug. On that team, we got Down Pal. Wait, he actually looks like my character. This has to be Atherman, right? It had to be somebody, right? Gonna be a stun, but it's actually gonna be grounded as Archie is gonna be up first. Looks like he's only playing 4-man bubble for Down Pal. How am I playing the game? Apparently, I'm in the game, guys. Did you notice? Gonna be full final wreck. Big burst out of the Kyrian. Dalpa trying to see if he can end Archie. Did use stun early into the grounding, but Archie just walled off this burst. And Dalpal actually using the full set. You got the wrong pants that I'm wearing. I'm not wearing the set pants, but the rest of your Mog and the look does look exactly just like my character. Looks like Archie's team is playing 1 man behind, but Archie's 1-man army, so I guess it makes up the difference anyway. As Dalpal getting kind of low. Hex coming out is going to get CC'd. Going to be that adaptation procced out, so Archie can maybe go for a setup with a Sunder as well as a stun. Dalpal just trying to see if they can back up out of there. Big Ellie Blast does get him kind of low. And Dalpal is looking to recover a little bit of health. As they're taking a bit of damage. Normal bubble for Dalpal, so they are in a kind of a tight situation. Shield of Vengeance is getting up and running. Maybe could get a Seraphim too. Needs to go for the stun as well as a blind versus Archie. I don't know if Archie has a trinket or not, but Dalpal's looking to back up out of the Hex coming out for Dalpal, trying to CC him, but the Pal gets behind the pillar. That is still so funny, bro. Seraphim up for Dalpal, maybe potentially wall or grounding totem for Archie. Does go for the big Fate Transfusion. Dalpal trying to see if he can recover. Does go for a stun, but that's gonna go into grounding. Maybe has a blind for this. Potentially blind. Final Wreck is still coming out, trying to make the most damage happen either way. It's gonna go for the. I don't even know what kind of damage he's got. Is he Kyrian? I'm not even sure, but he's trying to keep fighting it through. I think he is Kyrian. Trying to build up the holy power just to fight through Archie. It looks like somebody does join in on Team Archie. They do have a 5-man, but it looks of it. Dalpal getting super low, trying to go for a belt. Blind into Archie. Does play very, very defensive as he's trying to recover a little bit of health. Literally my character, dude. With a weapon and everything. Archie. It has Dalpal in the ropes. Wings are available back up for the Paladin though, so it could be a maybe potentially play. I don't know if Archie has a trinket or not, but the Wolves are joining in. That's going to be a lot of resources and a lot of damage for Archie being stored up. Try to go for the soul shape just to get over to the Paladin. Paladin try to kill the totems whenever possible, just to get whatever holy power they can. Trying to keep himself low, trying not to give up any more defenses towards Archie. Going to be a cast, but Archie does not go for an interrupt. Does Archie know he's not playing on, I guess, a Necrolord Paladin, but a Kyrian Paladin? Because he could go interrupting the holy spells. Perfectly fine. I think the Sippy Cup is arcane healing, so it doesn't get interrupted. Hodge goes into a grounding totem, which is super unfortunate. Final Wreck is out, wall out for Archie, as Dalpal trying to see if they might be able to get the most damage unleashed. Sunder onto Dalpal with a stun, with a Fate Transfusion. I think Dalpal might be going down. Oh! And Archie defeats my character. How's my character walking on their own? Lazy Purr is going to be over on the team 2, charging an Archie who just popped all his defensives. He maybe has the Night Fate Transfusion heal, but that's way too much damage from Lazy Purr. Archie trying to see if they can survive it. Has mana. Does they have the Maelstrom muted? Still lots of damage out of Lazy Purr. Archie comes up, battle match streak every defensive. Do they survive this interrupt by Lazy Purr? And that's going to be chopped down by the kitty cat. Over on the team 1, I think it's going to be Belcher first up. Maybe Kreisbet. Looks like Kreisbet is setting up a Fell Hunter, so he can be up next. Just setting up the lock stones for the rest of the boys. And he's going to be charging out. Over on team 1, we have Zug. We got ourselves Huntard. We got ourselves as well as Speedful back. Oh, I like your hat. Speedful back there is a Feral this time instead of Feral. Instead of the Rogue. Kreisbet getting opened up on by Lazy. Lazy won't be seeing the Berserk for quite a while, but again, like mentioned earlier, that tier set he's running, the Berserk gives you a big giga bleed, as well as a cooldown reduction on your Berserk every time you spend calm points into a finisher. Lazy taking quite a bit of damage, not even the biggest incinerates, but he's already being caught to about half health with just a couple of those. He got decimated bolted at 50% health, which is enough to make those incinerates that are empowered by decimated bolt that much stronger. And Kreisbad looking to get his pet maybe a little bit of healing. Doesn't want to go back there with Lazy Purr playing around the pillar or nothing. Leaping in by the Feral. Gonna be Mortal sent out as this is the Feral flying in. It looks like Lazy is just gonna back up out of there and maybe just chill, go for a reset, maybe get some calm points off of the Fell Hunter and just get cooldown reduction on Berserk. Eventually, Kreisbet is going to have to poke in. He is getting at least some conflict rates around the corner. Does go for a fell bond to fell. He does have Cataclysm around the corner as well from time to time. So he's chilling. And Lazy Purr is going to be hanging around, just building comp points off of the Fell Hunter, putting some bleeds on that thing. But more importantly, just waiting for Berserk to come back. There's going to be freshly Fell Hunter for Kreisbet. Maybe Lazy can interrupt it. Doesn't get the interrupt. Going to be Kreisbet getting interrupted on Shadow, but is able to get an Immolate up and running. Trying to get an Immolate onto Lazy. It's potentially could be Berserker. Lazy got full bleeds. I think he just got bleeds on Kreisbet. And he went to back up out of the Bonzafell onto Lazy. He's not at super low health, but that Decimate Bolt is going to drop him lower. Stun around the corner. Doesn't quite connect. And Kreisbet did use defensives, did use a shield. Maybe if Lazy Purr just waits out for that shield to be gone, interrupt the flesh cut while Dark Pact is still on him. Gonna be big Kyrian burst with the biggest bleed possible. Kreisbet with a Mortal Coil. Does Lazy have a trinket to get a CC? Does get out of the fear. Infernal coming down, does not perma stun him. Gonna be more fears on a Kreisbet as he's still trying to recover from those bleeds. Lazy Purr still has Berserk, plenty of opportunity for him to get out a lot of confidence. Kreisbet has no health whatsoever, needs a heal right now. Is there still bleeds on him? Lazy Purr charging in, quick maim. Is it going to be over? Does Lazy take him out? Kreisbet just leaves. He just bows out of there completely. He was like, you know what? It's over. I'm done. Out of here. Oh no. Lazy just he kind of used the lazy strat of just, I guess in the sense it was like a lazy strat of just putting bleeds on him, right? He just kind of let him sit with bleeds, waited to cooldowns, and then he came in with an all-in. Dude, Pharaohs are going to be so scary in next patch. Like, I'm afraid already. They're gonna have to do it. I feel like they might just be, they might end up, I don't know what they will do, but I could see them maybe nerf the tier set in PvP. Like, make it so it does less damage in PvP. But that thing is scary, dude. That thing is nuts. I hope they don't too heavy-handed on it. Sometimes builds can be like that. But that's gonna be copy. Get him blasted, but Lazy gonna be the full Kyrian burst without the Berserk this time. So it looks like Lazy is just gonna have to wait for those cooldowns to come back until the next big cooldown. But it is gonna be enough to force a wall at a copy. As Lazy goes behind the pillar just to get himself a little bit of recovery and reset. Copy using wall right now means they won't have that wall for Berserk. And this is where Lazy needs to find a way to just start building calm points into finishers just so he can get himself more healing, as well as more Berserk. Stunned by Copy. I think Copy's playing the vent here, so Lazy better be extra careful. Wall and a proactive usage of wall as well as a bar stand are going to be his two best friends in this kind of situation. Because Copy could just end Lazy any moment with a big Chain Harvest and a big Lightning Bolt. Looks like he's playing the Spike, so I wonder if he's Necrolord? Trying to go for big Lightning Bolts on Lazy, actually trying to make the most physical damage happen. So he's playing the Earthen Spike this time around, which is interesting. Did you know that the burst with Earthen Spike as well as full cooldowns and Shaman enhancement could actually be the biggest damage with a Night Fae? Because Spike and Night Fae can do a lot of damage together. Big Berserk almost available for Lazy. Looks like he's just trying to build some calm points. Maybe Lazy Pearl will just have to separate and use Berserk later when cooldowns are up. Has himself full Kyrian burst, Sunder by Copy as they're under a ton of pressure. Battle Master Trick getting used. Is Lazy just gonna full send Berserk when he gets a calm points? Will he even need to? Copy for the super low on health. At least Lazy does end up taking him out with a big old bite. Didn't even need the tier set there. It just waited until the Kyrian burst all good together and just unleash all of it. Holy moly or Bellator are gonna be up next. Arky is back, but he is technically dead. I think he just wants to watch the duels. I think he just wants to see what the Feral does, how he plays. And Lazy got himself behind the pillar, leaping in towards Bellator. Bellator somehow finds him with a whirlwind. Gonna be a bash by the kitty. And Bellator got himself full reckless abandon. Gonna be a quick route, but Lazy Purr does dodge the Spear of Bastion as well as all the damage possible from Bellator. Super unfortunate for the warrior. Probably the best move that could have happened to the Feral Druid. Bellator is not out of the fight just yet. He is bleeding. He is taking a bit of damage though. But he still got it. He still has an opportunity. We only get into that 10% dampening. Big burst and a Kyrian setup. Full tier set burst. Bellator's gonna have to be very, very tricky. It's not gonna be enough to bleeds, and also gonna be thorns. So you can't hit the Feral. Bleeds for all that big damage that just goes right through your armor, as well as bites just to give you a little bit of more of a kick as while you're down. Just kicking you while you're down, man. It's super unfortunate. And Lazy Purr looking for a reset onto Holy Moly, getting a stun. It is a Frost Mage, so I don't know what a Frost Mage can do against a cat, but I believe in the biggest cleave of Holy Moly, trying to get some Blizzards onto Lazy Purr, trying to give him hard time from resets, but Holy Moly's shields actually going to be gone very, very quickly. Those beats are just going to burn right through it. Lazy Purr is going to have to take a little bit of time to work up towards that Berserk, But if he goes like it did with Copy, he might just not even need Berserk for it. Ray of Frost onto Lazy Purr, taking a bit of damage, trying to go for self-heal with Bear Form. I believe Lazy Purr, did he go Guardian Affinity? I think he has Guardian Affinity now. I haven't seen him use Ursols. So I think he is Guardian Affinity together with Roar and Friends of Regen. That's going to be Blizzards around the corner. Lazy Purr trying to see if he can just get himself a reset. The Mages of the Dead are not going to be given much of an opportunity to do so. Blizzards around the corner again for Holy Moly. Just trying to get himself a better angle versus the Feral. Maybe he can drop down Freezing Orb on one end. Maybe Lazy Purr sits in Blizzards for a little bit longer, but looks like Lazy Purr basically got himself full reset. Kevin Slime not letting him reset, so he's just gonna have to get in there. Main much of Holy, trying to go for the Kyrian Burst. It's gonna be that trinket out of Holy Moly, trying to go for Frostbolts from a distance. Or Lazy Purr, does he have the biggest burst possible? Trying to get those Lances and Frostbolts. Wasn't a bit of damage, but Lazy Purr does go behind the pillar for yet another Friends and Regen. As Holy Moly looking for, I guess, not a reset, but rather, how can you prevent the Feral from resetting themselves? Looks like that is going to be a full reset. Maybe Nova almost hits him. Almost gets him. Holy does need some shields. It's going to be a Flesh Scout. Good Shimmer with a Flesh Scout. Almost like predicting there's going to be an interrupt by the kitty. Going to be Battle Match Trinket in. Got himself the Ice Form. Doing a bit of damage. That Ice Form did a little bit of damage. If only it had a flurry with it as well, that would have been actually pretty good. But Holy Moly definitely does himself offensives. He can technically use Ice Form in order to get himself out of stuns, by the way. It's interesting, but he can, because Ice Form does make him completely immune to stuns altogether. Lazy Purr seeing Holy Moly go into Alter Time. He knows there's not going to be much he can do, because Holy Moly does have the Alter Time to get himself back into a good position. Lazy, you're just going in. You're just going in forward. Just you spam the calm points to finishers, and then goes for a resetting behind the pillar, just so you can get the biggest damage afterwards. Big bleeds out. Holy Moly ice blocks it immediately. This is the most damage out of Lazy Purr, and Holy Moly doesn't want to deal with it whatsoever. Lazy still has cooldowns rolling, double back-to-back bites onto Holy Moly, maybe even bleeds on top of it. Could be still under a lot of pressure. Holy Moly dropping down Blizzard, quick roar, but Lazy Purr still has Berserk, but looks like he's going to back up out of there completely, and I think he's just going to bleed out Holy Moly dry. Yeah, at this point, he doesn't really need to do much. Blizzard around the corner does catch him. Looks like someone did kind of nip him a little bit. One of those bolts flying from the sky must have just accidentally just slipped by him. Caught him off guard, caught him out of stealth. Triple shield for Holy Moly. I don't know if there's much you can do against Lazy. Another ice block. Trying to get the most defenses, the most damage together. Trying to keep it going, trying to keep the duel running, trying his very best to see if it's even possible to defeat a Feral in patch 9.2. That Kyrian Feral, though, is just really, really strong. I believe, man. I believe in Holy. Frost Mage may have it pretty hard, but I think you can do it. Just have to make like the biggest burst play possible. Speaking of a burst, Lazy Purr got himself the Kyrian Burst. Big bite while Ultra Time was up. Oh my god, what was that bite at the end, dude? Why's Belcher back up? Oh, there goes the rest of the team. They're like, Belcher, you should have been down. What are you doing? I took him down now. Oh, man. Lazy with a 1v4. Was it really 1v4? I thought Lazy got 4 1v5. Dude, Feral Druids are insane in 9-2. Like, how do you defeat it? I mean, between the resets and going in with a big Berserk, that's such a strong bleed. And the Kyrian on top of it, even stronger than before. Like, double Lego with a Kyrian, that's a lot of resources. It's insane. Big mastery for the biggest bites and bleeds ever. That's nutty. That's actually nutty. Seraph, yeah. That's funny. Damn. Alright, well, that's huge, boys. Down, pal, where are you at? You actually get the Mog and the look to a T. That is perfect. This has to be Aether or someone, right? It's gotta be. I want to say it's Aether, but it could be any one of you goobers. I like it. The pants are wrong because I'm not using actually the set pants, unless I am as of recently, but I should be using a different set of pants. The cloak I think is fine. I think the cloak is right. I like your Mog speed full with the hat and everything. What did you do? Try to duel me? I don't actually have like gear for dueling properly. I don't have a bar set up either, but I can shoot. Look at your burst. What kind of a big burst you got? What are you, Necrolord? You are. Swarm? Yeah, that's a lot of bleed, damn. Without even the tier set, huh? That's a lot of bleed without tier set. That's pretty big. Thank you for the lay of hands. Appreciate it. What is the side transmog on your back? That's the new PvP scythe. It's called the Cosmic Gladiator Scythe. Actually, it's just called a Scythe. It's a new PvP item. That's an agility with haste versa polearm for PvP. You'll be able to get it whenever the new season for WoW comes out. You can play around with these items on PTR right now, just for like gearing purposes. But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking scythe, isn't it? If only you could swap conduits here. I know, right? If they just added like a Bonds of Fel, so you could just try out different conduits. Dude, they need to add a Bonds of Fel to everywhere in the game. At least in PTR. Then in the first patch. Oh wait, first patch? Do they have conduits everywhere? You know what? They need to let you swap conduits without a Bonds of Fel. Just swap it everywhere else. I don't remember, they're saying that nerfed that first patch. I don't know if you ever could swap conduits like before. But I feel like it should have been from the get-go. Like you should have been able to, I'm not a part of Covenant, but you should be able to like switch them out like you could with Ghost back in the day. Like with Talents, 32k buy, that is huge. That's a lot of damn. Even now, if the races weren't a thing, what would be top 3 Horde Alliance races? If races weren't a thing, top 3 Alliance, Night Elves, they're pretty cool. Cool Tyrann, number 1, Cool Tyrann. Second, Night Elf, because who doesn't want to be a Night Elf? And Worgen. Actually, Worgen above Night Elf. I think Worgen as an alpha rogue with a pistol shot looked badass, dude. Cool Tyrann, Worgen, Night Elf, if races weren't a thing. For the Horde, I like Nightborn a lot. Can I just say Nightborn? I don't know why I'm so obsessed with Nightborn, right? Of course, Wood Elves and Blood Elves are like the 4th for both of them, right? Blood Elves are not bad. They just look good. Mogs look good on them. You know, they definitely, I think, fit a lot of the Mogs and Blood Elves first before they fit on everybody else, because Blood Elves always look good with Mogs. I don't think there's a single Mog Blood Elves don't look good with. But Nightborn, I like the way they look. They're basically the Night Elf of the Horde. Maybe that's why I like them so much. If racials didn't matter, I think Xander pretty cool. I like Xandas, man. Xandas are pretty badass. And Undead. Xandas and Undeads. Undeads would be number 3. And then Blood Elf and Void Elf is 4th. If I have a 4th. But that'll be my top 3 alliance at Horde. But yeah, I just realized we've been playing without Soulbinds. Really? No, Kiosko! You could have had a bit extra damn, but you know what? You're already pretty overpowered now. Imagine how much harder you'd be hitting with your Soulbinds. That's crazy. Thank you for answering. Big supporter. Watch all the streams, yo. Thank you so much. ADP. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. Alrighty, boys. I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna go watch a show. I'm gonna relax, hang out, and I'm gonna do all the regular stuff. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is a no stream day except for the evening. We will likely, unless I decide against it, we will likely be streaming the patch 9.2 Zareth Mortis raid normal run that we'll be doing with my guild. So if you guys want to join in, see the fights, see what they look like, you're more than welcome to. We'll be doing that Sunday. Monday, we're coming back to the regular stuff. Gotta get some either PTR testing done. I would love to do more PTR testing for some of the tier sets, actually. Like, or maybe like try out Druid. I haven't done Druid tier set testing in a while. Like Druid healing. That actually could do it pretty well. I need to copy my Druid over. I need to copy over my Druid from the Mage Tower event on Legion, because I got my keybinds finally set up for that character. I need to copy that character over so I can try out some tier set testing over in M+. Maybe we can get Arthur to tank it for us as well. So that'll be able to do Monday, maybe more tier set testing. And then Tuesday, I think I get more PTR. Hopefully we'll get a PTR update or whatever. At this point, I'm just kind of hanging out all the time and then too, aren't I? I want to do some live stuff, but there's nothing really to do on live except gearing our ults. It's like Monk Key or Demon Hunter Keys. Maybe we'll do that Tuesday or something. I think some of those characters should have some of those more keystones to do and gearing to do. But yeah, thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Leonard Dally, Bearded Legends, thanks so much, Jay. I appreciate you, my boy. Yo, Celtic, thanks for popping in. Boys, thanks so much for popping in, man. I appreciate all of you. Some guy called Alpha messaged me to suspect that you suspect him as me. Right. Right. Some guy called Alpha messaged me to suspect that you suspect him for me. Wait, are you not? Am I gonna get found out? I thought to myself, like, who else runs adaptation? And either people, like, maybe somebody inexperienced in WoW, in PvP, sometimes will run adaptation because, like, oh, it'll just shrink it from you automatically. That seems perfect. but it's like Spokoj noi nochi drug. Spokoj nochi drug. It says drug, but it's actually drug. It means Russian friend. But then again, maybe Russians are kind of messed up in the head where their friends are drugs. Had wrong trinket, obviously. Yeah, you're good, you're good. I thought you were just talking about it. Just had wrong trinket. Yeah. Yo, boys, thanks for going by. Before you leave, is you on Twitch also want to donate? I don't stream on Twitch. I did stream Twitch like from birthday, but I don't hang out on Twitch now. I usually just stream here. I used to stream on Twitch, but then I found YouTube to be just more favorable for me. I guess is the best way to put it. It just worked out for me better. But yeah, thank you, boys. I appreciate you guys. A wonderful, beautiful, super fun hanging out with all of you. Thank you so much for chilling. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you boys in the next stream, which is going to be tomorrow evening, unless something comes up. I'll probably update you guys like if I'm streaming the raid or not. I guess you guys will see it. Like, if you don't see me streaming the raid tomorrow night, then yeah, I'm either chilling or something came up. But yeah, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Always fun hanging out with all of you. I'll see you boys next time, alrighty? Peace.
Baby, this is do or die. Feel it in my veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's an eye for eye. I didn't wanna walk the plank. But the Mariona, it came like the thunder. I was on my way to going under. Swimming in the banya, I was covered in a tidal wave. But I'm a fighter. Try to take me down, I'm going higher. Baby, you've been playing with some fire. You've been playing with fire. One day you will see what you made of me. Found my inner peace. You watch it release in the dead of night. In the dead of night. Baby, when the sword die, you know it's an eye for eye. Feel the energy align, and the judge of mind. In the dead of night, in the dead of night, in the dead of night. You can save your alibi. I already know you lied. Oh no, don't even try. Watch the flame in me ignite.